So
Okay.
let's see if it opened on YouTube. Alright, I got one on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
See if it works on Twitter. Are you seeing it on Twitter, Matt?
I'm looking it up right now. Just give me 1 second.
Yep, it's on.
Cool.
Perfect.
I think next time I'm gonna create an event for this because I'm gonna close out YouTube and now I have a double thing coming through my head now.
You have to turn down one of your volumes too,
Yeah.
because you're double.
Oh, I'm double.
Yeah.
You have to turn down one of your volumes too, because you're
Oh, I'm double.
yeah.
Does that work better now? Or am I still double?
You're still a little double. You're still echoey.
How about now? Still double?
A little echoey. It might not be even you. It's somebody in the stream. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead and try it again.
How about now?
Still a little echoey.
Me? Interesting.
It's weird.
Because I'm using my own condenser mic. Maybe just try use this one instead. Switch it out. Alright, this one. How about now?
Better.
That's better. Okay.
Yeah, it's better, yeah.
That means there's something wrong with that microphone. Sometimes I try to use
Okay.
that with streams and all that, and it has problems. I guess I don't know what it is. Because that one has better quality. Alright, let me send out links to our group chat, the one that we're all in. Have them see if they want to tune in.
All right.
I'll send out links and then we'll officially go. Alright. Links are out. We're ready to go whenever are you guys ready?
Thumbs up. Yeah.
Alright, cool. Welcome in to the, I guess we're covering the cover one mock draft, I guess we can call it. We have Matt here with us joining the undercover cast today. Is Ben running late or is he just not tuning?
I don't know if he's tuning or not. He
Okay.
didn't really commit to it, so
Okay.
yeah.
So it seems like this is the crew that we're running for a little bit. So we're gonna, I guess, kind of bring you guys a little pre-show of what we could expect. So Matt's running the New York Jets. Who else is participating in the event?
Well, there's actually a lot of guys doing it. There's 32 different people doing it. I know Greg Tomsit and Kevin Messer have the Bills, and then there's a bunch of other bloggers that have and podcasters that have the rest of the teams.
That's cool. So I guess we can kind of treat this kind of like a actual draft. Like, there's a lot of questions at number two, at the number two overall pick. Obviously, there's questions at number one. I guess we can start with the number two overall pick, and then we can work back to one. Where you guys might think the Houston Texans might jump. I mean, do you think they trade down, or are we thinking that the quarterback is still a pretty good option at number two?
I think they might go quarterback. I don't know if Davis Mills is the answer for them.
I don't see them taking a quarterback this year.
Really?
I in the
Yeah.
first round at two, I actually see them taking Will Anderson.
I agree with you there, Matt.
Especially with D'Amico Ryans coming in and being, a defensive head coach.
That's
Yep.
true.
Coming over from San Francisco, running that defense, he's going to need some. He's going to need some players on the line.
Yeah, I totally agree with Matt's take there. I don't think they don't trust. I don't know if they trust this quarterback class, like any of them that's going to be taken. So I think they're going to either, like I said, go Will Anderson, or they're going to trade back.
I think that's. I mean, I guess they're maybe they're thinking they're going to be really really bad, and they're just going to go for Caleb Williams next year. Maybe that's their idea. Um, I guess the debate is who's the number one quarterback in the class going to going to the Carolina Panthers, who they traded up for, traded up to get, as the Bears traded down because they have Justin Fields. A lot of questions around Bryce Young. Is he big? Is he big enough to be a pretty good quarterback in this league? Because you kind of look at Tua, kind of undersized in weight, and he's getting batted around like a like a wrecking ball. Do you think that if Bryce Young goes number one, do you think he could be that quarterback that we're all hoping he can be?
I am a little worried about his size. The big test they did to them, the cognitive test they did, he scored a 98% on. So, which means he's going to be able to read defense. He's going to be able to read the field. He's going to be able to process things very, very fast. The only issue that I have with him is his size. He is a smaller quarterback. Now, as far as the Panthers go, especially with somebody like Frank Reich, who has dealt with bigger quarterbacks his entire coaching career, I wouldn't rule out Anthony Richardson for the Panthers at number one. Could I see them trade back and still get him? Yes, I could. Other than that, I don't see them taking C.J. Stroud, but I personally have C.J. Stroud as the best quarterback in this draft.
100%. Yeah, I definitely could see them going a bigger quarterback as well. But yeah, I think that would be a surprise if they did take AR. I think he could fit them well with the system. But I mean, it's a wild card with them. You never know if they could go Stroud or they could go him. But I think it's going to be between those two.
What do you think, Jenna?
And go ahead.
I think so too. I think Anthony Richardson, he's definitely a project. He's gotten comparisons to Josh Allen.
Oh yeah.
But with Frank Reich coming in, he might be. Frank Reich, the Colts have always taken like 1-year quarterbacks. So I guess his view might be he wants to try a project now.
Yeah.
And he gets to form the team in his own image with their GM as well. So I could see them taking a bigger quarterback, even if it is a project. I don't know if he would start right away, but at this point, nobody knows.
Right.
I kind of.
What other quarterbacks do they have on the Panthers roster? Sam Darnold left for the 49ers.
He did.
They don't have Baker.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
don't
yeah,
now
they
in
have
Tampa.
Baker. Oh,
Do they have
you're right.
Do they have PJ Walker still?
They
I don't know
have
if
they have
See,
Matt Corral,
PJ
they have Andy Dalton, and they have Jacob
Oh.
Eason.
Oh, okay. Forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot they signed Andy Dalton too.
I guess they can roll with if they want to roll with Anthony Richardson's, they can always start Dalton for, I would say, 10 weeks, and then switch to AR if he's ready to go
Mhm.
Right.
by, I would
Yeah.
say, week 12. If they really feel like he can take reins of a of a full NFL roster at within 12 weeks of the season. I mean, I would be fine with that. I mean, I would honestly think. I mean, there's a lot of talks about also Will Levis. Could he potentially go number one? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people sold on Bryce Young going number one. I mean, do you guys feel that he could maybe be going? He could potentially go number one or even number two.
I
I mean,
don't.
yeah. Oh.
I don't personally. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that, Tommy, but
Uh
I
huh.
don't think he can. He would be, in the top three quarterbacks. I do think he's going to be he's a project as well. Um, but he's very very. I give him the comparison to like a Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
He's not that Josh Allen where he can run, but he does have enough mobility in the pocket where he can, and he's got a big arm too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could see like a team moving up maybe to get him, but yeah, I'm kind of like on your point there, man. I think yeah, it takes him a little bit before his name is called.
And there's a lot of teams out there that need a quarterback. It's not just the top
Right.
Yeah. The
top four
Titans could
teams.
move
It's
up to get him.
yep, Titans could. But then you also have the news that came out yesterday with Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I mean, the Texans could opt to take him, and try and trade for him, once they figure out what's going on with Brock Purdy, because they do have Sam Darnold as a backup.
Another surprise team for Will Levis. I mean, this team could trade their quarterback would be the Patriots.
I was just about to get there. Yeah, the Patriots are.
Yeah, the Patriots.
That's interesting to me where the
Yeah.
Patriots might go because they're 14. I think they are
Yeah.
at 14. I mean, they definitely would have to probably. I mean, they got Mac Jones at 15 2 years ago, but I don't think where we're seeing kind of where Will Levis is landing is within the top 12 picks
Mm-hmm.
of the draft, so they might have to give up some compensation to trade up maybe 4 or 5 spots and try to snatch a guy like him. But I mean, you can
Yep.
obviously do that with a quarterback that you took 2 years ago in Mac Jones, who's kind of just became this average quarterback. I guess what many people think he has been. So I guess the Patriots could also be an option for the top
And
spots.
this is a weird year for for the draft. I mean, you don't have the high end talent that you did in like years past. There's very few guys with first round grades on them, and if you put any of them in like a past year, you probably don't see them go very high.
Right.
Yep. It'll be interesting. This whole draft Thursday, it's gonna be fun. I will say.
It will be fun. I guess we can kind of maybe move into some other things like what else is cool to talk about on draft night. I mean, Jalen Carter could also be an
Yeah.
interesting spot where he ends up, obviously. But I guess what the news that came out today is where does the Lions end up going
Mm.
with theirs? I was thinking cornerback maybe with their first pick at 8. Maybe they're a prime spot for Jackson Smith and Nick JSN. Let's do that. Just do it that way.
You're good.
Just do it that way.
Yeah.
Makes it
His name's
makes
hard to
makes
pronounce.
life. I can say his first two name first, but I can't do his last name. It's like saying Giannis and saying his last name. And
Yeah.
then, but like, could JSN possibly be now a prime spot at number 8, where the
Yeah.
Lions pick now with they're going to be without Jameson Williams for at least 6 games.
6 games. Yep. I mean, yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, I'm not even gonna rule out Bijan going to Detroit because that would be like a perfect landing spot for him if he went that high. All-purpose back, he could be their
Mhm.
next Barry Sanders. So
I,
I mean,
I
yeah, the
wouldn't go
line.
that far, Tommy.
You know, yeah, I know. I mean, according to Dr. Will, he's gotten some comparisons to him. So,
I mean,
but
he's definitely the best running back in this class. He's probably the
100%.
best running back in probably the past few years.
Yeah.
But he's more your LaDainian Tomlinson. He's more that type of back than he
Right.
is
Okay.
a Barry Sanders.
Right.
Barry Sanders could juke you in a phone booth and
Yeah.
go 60 yards.
Oh yeah. 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 But I mean, you never know with the Lions. The Lions could do something crazy.
Lions is an
They could
interesting
go.
team because they go they pick at 8, then they pick again at 18. So within
Yeah.
10
Damn.
picks, so they have literally a small window where they can. I mean, they can obviously trade down if they would want to. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's their choice. I still feel like their biggest need, even though Jameson Williams is going to be out 6 weeks, they still got
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Obviously now DJ Clark. I forgot DJ Clark was a part of that too. Of the suspension today, so they're really thin at wide receiver. I still think they can get a wide receiver at 18. I
Yeah.
think
If
their
they wanted
spot
to.
is cornerback at 8. I think they get
Right.
that guy from Illinois, Witherspoon out of Illinois. I think that's a prime spot for a guy like him. I guess the big question is, do we? How many? I guess the question is, there's maybe one really good wide receiver in this entire class. I mean, there's Addison, there's all these other guys, but many people could say maybe they're. I've been listening to. They could potentially just be second round picks. You don't have to take them in the first round. How many wide receivers do you guys feel comfortable in the first round?
Um, Probably JSN, maybe Addison. Um, Borderline Quentin Johnston.
So
Yeah.
3, you feel
Two,
comfortable.
two, three.
Okay.
I would say between that 2 and 3 receivers at best for the first round.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I don't have anybody other than JSN as a first round pick. So, I mean, it really comes down to like how other teams feel about different players.
Yeah.
That's the interesting thing about this draft. I mean, I've been saying it for the last few weeks. I mean, you can. There's so many different pieces and so many different positions. It's like, do you want to take a first round pick at this guy, or do you want to trade down and maybe get an extra pick or two because some of these guys might just fall into the second or third round, and you don't have
Mm-hmm.
to spend a first round pick on them. I mean, you look at it. I'm just going to throw it out there. You look at the team like the Bills. We can, for the next few minutes, we can talk about where they might go. I mean,
Right.
they don't have to. They don't have to take. They don't have to take a first round pick if they don't want to. They can just trade down into the second round, and still will get a pretty good player. I mean, they don't have
Right.
to take a wide receiver at 27. They don't even have to take a running back at 27 because there's other guys you can take in the 5th or 6th round that wouldn't equal the same amount, same
Yeah.
quality, but they'll still be a pretty good option. I mean, you look at the guy we've been talking about, Bijan Robinson, all the time. Jameer Gibbs. You don't have to take them at 27. You don't even have to take them in the second round. You can get a guy like a Deuce Vaughn, throw him in, and he'll still work the same way. Or even a guy like a Sean Tucker out of Syracuse. You can still take him, and I think both of those guys can both be really solid spots, guys that the Bills could take if they feel like if Bijan's doesn't come at 27 or even Jameer Gibbs at 27. So that's I think the uniqueness of this
Mm-hmm.
draft.
Yeah. 100%. I agree.
Like that's my whole thing is I don't feel as though we need an early running back. Like, yeah, cool. If Bijan's there, I can see a conversation being had. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I mean, you have a draft room or a running back room right now of Cook, Harris, and Hines. You need
Yep.
maybe like a fourth guy that would be somebody that can play special teams that would take over for like a Taiwan Jones type role.
Right.
I think it's better if they were to trade down or trade back, whichever way you want to call it, that pick up an extra pick or two, and try and get players that are on a cost controlled contract.
I prefer that. I mean, the Bills need to get younger and they got to get cheaper.
Yep.
I would think that's the way the Bills go. To me, that's where I think the Bills will do. I mean, on draft day, they will trade out. I don't think they will take a first round pick. Think they will trade down. I mean, that's something Brandon Beane hasn't done. He hasn't traded out in 6 years in most of his times here. He's either stick at the pick or he's traded up for somebody. I mean, that's where I kind of think where the Bills may not even do. I don't think they will even trade down because it just hasn't been something that the Bills have done.
Right.
But I guess you can always expect the unexpected. I think we can go into that now. It's that what is something unexpected that you guys think is going to happen? What's one thing that is in your mind that like this could happen, but maybe will happen because it would just be unexpected.
I'll let you
I
go
think
first, Jenna.
I think it would be unexpected for the Bills to trade up. Actually, I don't think they're going to trade up with the limited draft capital that they have, and there's no specific player that they need.
Yep.
Well, and it all comes down to how the board falls as well. I mean, if
Right.
they value a player where they don't, just like they did with Elam last year, they saw a run on cornerbacks and they decided to move up and take him, before they were all gone. So
Okay,
And
I
the
think.
one,
No, go ahead, Jenna. Sorry.
sorry, I just want to finish. The one position
Oh,
that they do need is middle linebacker in a sense,
Mhm.
but there's probably not going to be a run on linebackers at all in the first round. So it's a
Right.
little bit different. So I don't expect them to trade up for a particular player.
Right. Um. So my unexpected move that could happen is I'm going to stick with what I said earlier, and I think that the Patriots are going to move up to get Will Levis and trade away Mac Jones. I think
I
that you could see that in the first round.
guess another interesting thing is on draft night because obviously, I mean, I would say there's about 5-ish days, 6-ish days to the draft.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Rodgers trade hasn't happened yet. I mean,
Yeah.
there's nothing there. Could the
Yeah.
Jets possibly be willing because it hasn't happened yet? They think it's going to happen, but what if
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't and the Jets don't come out with a solid enough quarterback? Because they're not going to. They don't. I don't think the Jets want to head into the season where they're going to have to have Mike White and Zach Wilson.
They don't have Mike White anymore. He's on the
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Yeah. He went to the Dolphins.
Oof. So it's now Zach
Yeah.
Wilson. So they're going to
They
have
have
Zach
to.
Wilson,
what is it? They added
the quarterback from the Packers. I think I forgot his
no,
name.
they added some not the one from the wait, maybe you're right.
Yeah, I think it
No,
was
they
somebody
added
from the
one from the
Packers.
Patriots. Oh my God,
Zappy?
what's his name? No,
No, not
Zappy.
Bailey Zappi.
He's a oh my God, not Jared Stidham.
Yeah, no.
What is it?
Now I'm interested. I have to pull
I
it up
thought
now
they added a
because
Packers quarterback, but I could be
maybe it is
wrong.
a Packers quarterback, but the Packers quarterback I'm thinking of is probably not the Packers quarterback you're thinking of.
Right.
Because the
I
Packers
forgot the
quarterback
guy's name.
Packers quarterback I'm thinking of right now is Jordan Love, but Jordan Love is definitely not on the Jets.
No.
No, he's
Because what is the Jets
okay. So
quarterback room?
they also added wait, who am I thinking? The Patriots quarterback that went to I don't know.
What is their quarterback room?
Well,
Jeez.
Tim Boyle.
Yeah, that's it. Tim
That's
Boyle.
the guy.
That's
Yep,
the guy
that's
that
From
he's
the
gonna
old
Chicago.
guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah.
And then they have Curtis Strevler.
It's Chris Strummer.
Oh, yeah, Chris. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yep.
And then there's Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So they're rolling
Yeah, but-
with Zach Wilson right now as
Yeah.
their day one starter. So if they come out if they come out with no quarterbacks, if just say the Rodgers trade did not happen, or it will not happen. Let's say we're getting toward training camp and it doesn't happen. They're rolling with Zach Wilson as their quarterback.
Yeah.
Is that an issue?
You know, sorry,
It
I
is.
just wanted to jump in. I'm thinking of Brian Hoyer. He's
Oh,
now on the
okay.
Raiders.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
got, is Jarrett Stidham still on the Raiders?
I think so, but I
So
could be
they
wrong.
got,
Yes,
they got
he is
two
still on the Raiders.
ex-Patriots quarterbacks. But anyways, carry on.
I think
but yeah.
that's an issue for Jets fans heading into the draft.
Yeah, like what happens if they don't get this Rodgers deal done? Then are they screwed? Or they just go with Wilson? What do they do, y'all? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I
Think
can't
about it.
imagine what they would do.
Think
They have
about the
they have
streets
no
in New York.
Yep.
Day
I
one
don't
starter
know.
Zach Wilson
And they brought in all these weapons for Rodgers.
for Rodgers.
They don't
Allen
even get
Lazard.
them.
I know this is not supposed to be a Jets roasting hour, but I guess this
You know,
was
I'm
kind
wondering if they have I know Matt is supposed to pick for the Jets.
Oh
I'm
wait,
wondering if they
that kind of
actually
slipped out
have
of my head.
I wonder if the Jets have a board of quarterbacks in the draft that they're willing to choose from if this Rodgers trade doesn't go like
That's a good
go
point there, Jenna.
by day 2.
That's a really good
Even I
point.
know they said a soft deadline, but like how realistic is it to trade for him after day 2, after
Yeah.
day 3, and
Yeah.
expect anything worthy to come out of it? Because
Right.
you know the Packers, they're looking for 2023 draft picks. Do they really want to go for 2024 draft picks?
Right.
They're
Matt, do you have any takes on this, Matt?
At this point right now, no. I'm trying to get something figured out with the draft, so give me a second.
Okay. Gotcha.
it's be interesting. I
It's
mean,
gonna be so
if
interesting.
I'm a Jets fan right now, I'm worried that
God,
this
Yeah.
Rodgers trade hasn't happened yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can just literally put myself in Jets fan shoes right now because remember heading into draft night, 2018 when Allen was drafted in that wonderful class. I think we were sitting on that night hoping the Bills took a good quarterback. I mean, we're all waiting for the Jets, for this Rodgers to the New York Jets. I mean, just the thought of my mind, just having Jets fans have to deal with Zach Wilson as a starting quarterback for this season. It doesn't slip my mind because it's a real possibility because it hasn't happened yet. I mean, I'm seeing reports. It's either the Jets or retirement for Rodgers.
And that must suck for the Jets, knowing that they're so close and that Rodgers actually wants to go to their team, but the other choice is retirement, and the
Hey, Paul,
Packers
do we
really
have
are
do we have
looking.
messages in our chat?
Good
Because
question.
I got a message saying we should engage in our chat.
It's a private chat.
Oh, it is?
Private chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe on Twitter
Is it on
or
YouTube?
YouTube.
Is there a chat rolling on YouTube that I'm not knowing about?
I'm not sure.
Sorry to who is chatting.
It says the chat. Something with the chat.
Oh yeah, Will then said
We
they've
should be
been.
interacting with our chat. That's what I got a message on.
Yeah, I just got that from Dr. Will.
Okay.
From Will.
Because I can't see a chat on my thing. I don't know if y'all can see it.
That's going to. Oh, is that there? No. Is it in YouTube? Well, it has to be on YouTube then.
Oh.
I will open. Is it in YouTube? Well, it has to be on YouTube then.
Oh.
I don't see anything on there. Interesting. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't see anything either. That's weird.
I don't know.
They must can see a chat or something. I don't know. While we're live.
Yeah, they can
They
see a
might be
chat.
typing
They
in the
can
chat.
write. They can write into chat, but I don't know how that works.
Welcome to the Underovers podcast.
I would say maybe try to, if you're gonna try to chat, try to reply to the to the to the live stream in YouTube, or maybe I'll actually let's send out a let's actually maybe send out a tweet. Maybe I'm gonna send out a tweet.
First pick in the draft is Bryce Young.
Okay.
Just so you're aware.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. Bryce Young is now a Carolina Panther. I mean, which is what we're expecting. I guess is what we expected.
Yeah.
I guess is what is expected. I mean, Bryce Young is the best quarterback on the board, no doubt. No doubt he's the best quarterback in this draft. But I guess the question is, it's going to be his size.
Good evening,
That's
folks. You are joining us
that's
for
my that's my biggest concern with Bryce Young.
episode of Greg Thompson's Sports Show. We have just begun the draft. The first two picks have gone relatively as planned. We have Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
Okay, it looks like CJ Stroud went number 2.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. And then Tyree Wilson went 3.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm actually
And
gonna.
I did just make a trade with the Green Bay Packers
Okay.
Okay.
for Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
It was pick 13 and 43
Okay.
for Aaron Rodgers and pick 15.
Okay, good. I like that.
Cool. That's amazing. I guess that's the role we're going with. I think that the Jets need a quarterback. They're going to need. Oh, Jenna dropped out. No, where's Jenna?
Oh,
There's Jenna.
there she is, Jenna. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out the chat thing. Like
Maybe
Another
try
time.
now. See if I can see it now. Someone say hi or something.
The
Go to
Indianapolis Colts have selected Anthony Richardson.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, so this is. I'm gonna have to grab a sheet of paper or something so we can keep track of all this. I think that would be the best thing to do.
Seth, who is representing the Washington Commanders, his first.
I guess that's the best thing. I'm going to be right back.
And we have Thomas DeLoss, who's in here representing the Denver Broncos. So a bunch of guest GMs in here, and they'll all be chiming in, helping as I make the decisions for the Buffalo Bills. So looking forward to.
The Seattle Seahawks have just selected Will Anderson.
Okay.
Edge out of Alabama.
Wait, we got the pick for Seattle.
So the
that
first
they got
round
great.
of this mock draft is starting. I guess is what because we've been kind of thinking we've kind of been thinking about it's going to roll out to be. I think right now I don't think it's shaping out to be something that.
Because I had multiple offers to trade
Kind
back
of.
lined up, and everybody plays.
Jalen Carter just went to the Lions.
Will Anderson,
Okay.
Carter dropping.
Hey guys.
I don't think it's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Carter dropping
For some reason,
in
so
within the realm of possibility.
can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry. For some
Oh, no, you're
reason,
good.
my audio is like messed up.
Oh,
Like it's like
Raiders took Peter
a deep
Skoronski.
voice. I don't know why.
Interesting. Tell us about why you went with Peter Skoronski. I agree. I think
I think I'm gonna have to leave.
I decided to make a
Is
trade
she having technical difficulties?
for a second first round pick.
Interesting.
I'm going to be on the clock again at 19. They really wanted Colton Miller.
Right as the draft starts, it seems like Jen is now having technical difficulties again, which is fine.
The
We'll
Falcons
figure it
took Bijan Robinson.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
That is a big early surprise.
A
Mm-hmm.
big surprise. I don't think we were expecting Bijan Robinson to go to the Falcons that early. I mean, I guess so.
And he's a beast. So, yeah, no, he's a fantastic pick. I think that he
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I tried to do the chat thing on here, Paul. It's saying no comments are coming up on this our stream.
Yeah, nothing's coming up on my end too.
So I don't know how we can react with our comments.
I am going to send out a
but I think that's the first realistic landing spot for Bijan Robinson. So just for anybody who's joining
a tweet in just a quick second. I'm just trying to catch up on some of these stuff.
In the meantime, Tommy, what do you think that Atlanta's getting in Bijan Robinson?
I think they're getting a stud. I think they're getting an all-purpose back. I actually like that for them. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think about that? I think it's a good pickup for them.
I do think it's a good pickup. You know, they need a bell cow back. They've had Cordell Patterson the last couple of years.
Yep.
And he's not a true running back. Like, he's that, slash type of guy. He can be a receiver, he can be a running back, he can do all that.
Uh-huh. So, okay, well, these picks are coming in quick now.
Well, they're 1 minute rounds. Or,
Okay.
1 minute picks.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, Will Levis went to Tennessee.
So, okay, we are how many? We're at pick 12 right now in this draft. So, guess no wide receiver has been chosen just yet.
Which
means is what we've expected so far. I mean, there's really only one true wide receiver. I mean, Bijan Robinson's off the board. So I guess where does this might shape out as this draft is currently shaping out right now, as we're getting close to, I guess now as we get closer toward 27.
I mean, I think there's actually some smoke around Tyree Wilson.
Texans took Lucas Van Ness.
Okay.
The first possible landing spot for Bijan. Let's see what Marcus does here.
Who'd they take at number 2?
Van Ness.
Or did they trade back?
They took CJ Stroud at number 2.
CJ Stroud.
Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
so they decided to take quarterback at number 2, and they took their defensive piece out of Iowa at number 12.
Kevin's got that smirk on his face.
It just seems like it's probably rolling out the way he's kind of expected.
Oh wow, Green Bay took Darnell Wright, y'all.
Oh geez, wow.
Wow.
Another big surprise. I mean, there has been no trade ups, I don't think, so far right now.
Yeah.
So there hasn't been big surprise. I mean, now New England's on the board. We've been talking about New England. The Jets are right after that. And obviously, the trade happened with Aaron Rodgers just minutes.
I think they're gonna take a wide receiver.
You think this is where JSN goes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's like false in there.
At 14 or 15, Jenna?
For the Patriots.
So you don't think Mac Jones is traded?
Okay, the pick is in.
Oh, okay.
Just one quick second.
Oh, they went the cornerback out of Oregon, Christian Gonzalez.
Witherspoon hasn't gone yet, so that's interesting. Gonzalez went first.
Okay, Matt,
the Jets.
You're on the clock, Matt.
So now this is going to be interesting where the Jets go.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh,
Pick is in.
the pick is in for the Jets.
Oh.
Wow.
Jackson Smith.
JSN. Oh,
I mean,
man.
he was going 14th or 15th. This is kind of the
Wow.
place where he's going to go.
Dude, if I were a Bills fan, I'd be nervous if that happened.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
Well, my feeling behind it is I was going to take the best offensive lineman available. Skoronski went early.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the kid out of Ohio State went as well.
Mm-hmm.
JSN was the best player on the board,
Right.
you know, and you pair him back with Garrett Wilson, and I think that creates a huge.
Devin Witherspoon from Illinois.
Oh, I expected the Steelers to go defensive back too because they were supposed to. Seems like chat's working now. I just saw in Ryan's tweet. Comment. Seems like chat's working.
There we go. Lions next.
All right, so Lions. So they went. So they went. So who did they go first pick? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, they went Jalen Carter. Or yeah,
the Lions did here?
Yeah, they took Jalen Carter at their earlier pick.
Oh, okay. Here we go. The pick is
Let's see
in.
who they.
All right.
Oh.
Oh, okay. They went the edge from Kansas State. Felix Ndaku Uzama. Is that how you say his name?
See what the Raiders do.
This is another interesting one too.
Ooh.
So has all the quarterbacks have been taken, like big ones, I think, because we got Young, Stroud,
All right, Seahawks.
Richardson's off. I don't think Levis went off. Did Levis go off yet?
Yeah,
I
Levis
think
went off.
Seahawks with
Pick the
Quentin
Seahawks.
Johnston would be interesting.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. The pick is in for Seahawks.
Oh.
Jordan Addison. Oh, man.
So
that
there's
hurts.
two.
That hurts.
There's two wide receivers that we expected.
Oh, man. I was hoping he was going to fall to the Bills. I really was.
I think Chargers might go wide receiver.
Dude, if they
Do you think another wide receiver comes off the board?
Zay Flowers. Yep, I was right.
Oh wow!
They took Zay.
So there's three wide receivers off the board.
Okay, Matt. What are you thinking, Matt, about this?
I mean, it's definitely. I mean, I was expecting to get a run on receivers once somebody took JSN.
Yeah.
And that's kind of one of the reasons why I took him. I really feel like pairing him back with Garrett Wilson is a big plus for the Jets.
I feel like the sweet spot would be to get to 19 if you want Addison. That's how I feel.
Scares me as a Bills fan if JSN were to fall that far and the Jets had the chance to take him and not an offensive lineman at that point because the way this draft fell. Jones was the best.
Baltimore has traded their pick to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, Kansas City's moving up.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So now they're at pick. Now they're at pick.
Quentin Johnston here.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering.
Oh
jeer. So they decided to trade up. So with Addison, oh jeez.
Oh
with
no, y'all.
Addison, JSN, Flowers are off the board, and here's the pick.
Oh.
It is Nolan Smith.
Oh, they took Nolan Smith.
Oh.
What the heck?
Oh, that's a surprise. Wow.
Vikings selected Deontay Banks.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cornerback from Maryland.
Now, it's like now. What are the Giants and Cowboys? Or the Jags. The Giants do now.
Deontay Banks going, or at least a couple secondary guys going.
Okay.
All right, Jags.
Come on,
Jags could have gone corner.
Yeah.
So, as the Bills' pick is near, I think this is the time where I feel that they're definitely going to trade down.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is trade down time.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if it were to happen on draft night this way, and there was no good receivers left on the board, I could see them trading down. I could also see them, staying put and taking a Mozzie Smith too.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think the Jags could take like Brian
Jags
Branch
got
or
Darnell
something.
Washington.
Oh, they did.
Oh,
That's
man.
interesting.
Okay.
They have,
Interesting.
don't they have Evan Ingram?
They
Wow.
do.
Yeah, Johnson
I would
is still available, but I don't
I
think.
would think they might go maybe corner. Would be Brian. I thought they might
Maybe
go
he's more of
Brian
a
Branch.
second round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Giants are on the clock.
Or maybe opposite of Gabe Davis.
I think if the Bills are going to do something, they're going to try to if things happen, I guess kind of to the Bills' way, they can trade up. I mean, they
Quentin
traded up a few
Johnson
times.
could fall to us though here.
He could still. He could.
fall to us
Elijah
right here.
Cansey went to.
Okay, yeah, I think
Okay.
Unless the Cowboys don't go Johnston here, I think we take Johnston. What do y'all think?
We got a question. We got question in chat. What is your takes? What is your take on the Clemson DT? So I guess we're thinking Brian Brees.
Brian Brees.
Yeah.
I like his athleticism. I think he's got good athleticism off the line. I think he could be a disruptor. I think.
Don't mean to interrupt you, Tommy, but Dallas just took Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Bills are on the clock.
Oh, okay.
Man.
All right.
Jahmyr Gibbs and Robinson are off
See,
the
you
board.
know,
Okay.
there were people saying that
Quentin Johnston's right in our
Jahmyr
laps if we decide to take him.
Johnston, Michael Meyer, Dalton
Yeah.
Kincaid,
There's
Motsy.
still some good talent here.
Mhm.
Or they could move back. We could move back, y'all.
I think they move back. I don't think they take their pick.
You think they're gonna move back here?
Yeah, based on Ryan is an active chatter right now, and he's saying take Johnson right now.
Oh, we traded Ed Oliver here.
Ooh.
Oh shit. We traded Ed Oliver to the Saints. We traded him to the Saints.
So we're going to get a
And we
early
took Brian
first.
Brees.
And with that, we are going to trade a 2023 pick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got
It can be worth up
Brian Breesy.
Wait, where'd you say we didn't trade? We traded Ed Oliver to the Saints.
Yeah, that's what it just said.
What was our pick?
It was Brian Brees.
Wait.
No, I mean, what?
How did we trade Oliver though? 'Cause that's what it said. They were saying that in the show. I don't know if we traded.
Maybe they were thinking of trading Oliver, but
Emmanuel Forbes is gone.
Ryan really wanted Johnson. Just to let you know.
Okay. This
Sorry,
pick,
Ryan.
this pick with the Bills has me thinking about what they could do in the second round here. This could
Right.
level up to a D-Hop trade, y'all. What do y'all think?
I can see that more a third round thing.
You think it's gonna happen third
Yeah.
round?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is kind of the thing that I guess Kevin was tweeting about earlier, but the Brian Brees thing. I guess it was kind of a hint.
Yeah.
Saints just took Michael Mayer.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Okay,
that means
okay.
the top two tight
And then
ends
the
are off
Eagles
the
took
board.
Will McDonald.
Will McDonald for the Eagles.
Essentially, you swapped out Ed Oliver for Brian Brzee on that contract. But you now have the 50
I think we're
5 years of Brian Brzee.
Okay, so I get what they're saying. The cover one team saying that we could switch out Brian Breesy for Ed Oliver. So we could have a trade in the works with Ed Oliver somewhere in this draft.
oh so
So
yeah, that makes sense. Maybe get another piece.
Yep.
And the
Okay.
Steelers took DeJuan Jones.
Do you
Juwan
see?
Jones.
Do you guys see what they're doing on the board?
Yeah.
I do, yes.
It looks like they're
It looks like
working
they're
on a
offering
trade.
something for the Cardinals here.
I think they're trying to get D Hop.
I think so too.
I love us Bills fans.
What do you mean you love
Okay,
us Bills
trade
fans
sent.
trying to get D Hop?
D Hop and a fake mock.
We offered the Cardinals something.
But I like it. I think it puts us in that position, Chris.
I mean, it makes sense because there's also
We got accepted.
so it looks like the Bills are going to be picking third in the second round. if that was the trade accept, if that was the thing.
What I did with Cole Miller and Peter Skoronsky for the Raiders. So I totally get the logic of it, especially you're talking about a guy that you like as a game wrecker. He's a big dude. It's interesting. I'm excited to see what
Anton Harrison to the Broncos.
Okay, I like that for them.
That might take some time, right?
Need some
Got
protection
it. They got
for
some more
Russell
protection
Wilson.
for Russ.
That's what I said.
Yeah, you're right, Jenna.
I mean, they need protection for Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
If he's going to be,
Probably, yeah.
if he's going to be the quarterback, they expect him to be. Because he's
All right, we have
just.
a Cardinals pick here.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, could this be? I don't think we're.
It's going to be interesting
We
because.
wouldn't trade up with them.
No, we
That
wouldn't
would
trade
be
up
too
for
much.
cards. I think the way they have it, the D-Hop trade is going to happen on Saturday. It looks like.
This interesting thing is going to be.
Saturday,
This-
Friday or Saturday?
What do you guys think of
Michael
the new Cardinals jerseys? I know it's not draft related, but just a
I'm
quick.
not a fan. I'm not a fan of their
fan.
new. I'm not a
They
fan of
look
their
like Ohio State.
Yeah.
They're
It's
too
all right.
plain, and the Arizona across the chest is just
Yeah,
tacky.
I didn't like the Arizona across the chest either.
I just made a trade with the Rams. I moved up to the next pick, and for my second and fourth.
Okay.
What is the Jets thinking of right now? Okay, obviously the GM's in the room, but he's not going to talk where he's going to go. What do you think the Jets do? They have JSN. They have another wideout. Do they maybe take the third best running back in the class?
Zach Sherman.
Oh, we're moving up. It looks like.
Ryan just
Really?
said the Ohio State Cardinals.
Yeah.
The York Jets are taking.
Osiris
Torrance. Oh shit. They're getting a steal
That's a
right
good
there.
one.
Gotta
Yeah.
protect Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you gotta
steal right
protect
there.
Aaron Rodgers
You gotta
because
steal
Matt
right there,
Milano
man.
is going to turn him into a pancake.
Tommy, you said that we're moving up?
That's what it looks like on the cover one show that they're trying to move. We're trying to move up.
I mean, it makes sense because we don't pick to 51.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
We don't pick till 59.
Oh,
The
gee.
Dolphins pick 51. You know, we kind of want to get ahead of the Dolphins,
Yeah,
possibly.
I think that makes sense.
I've seen some mocks of the Dolphins taking a linebacker. Maybe that's why we want to move up.
The Seahawks just took Drew Sanders.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, the fifth for the 7th the next year. Is that sleeper?
Wow.
All right.
So the Bills definitely will have to trade up now.
mhm.
Vegas has traded their pick to New England. Uh-oh.
I did trade the pick away.
I know.
To the Patriots.
Patriots are moving up. Who would they take?
You think they're going to take a linebacker?
Oh, God.
I think they might take Jack Campbell or
Jack
Trenton
Campbell
Smith.
here? You think Jack Campbell
Do you
goes
think
right
the
here?
Bills try to make a package right here? Trade with
Quentin
their phone?
Johnson to New England.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
It's a good pick for them. Gotta give.
Ryan's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
If Mac Jones stays there, they gotta give him weapons. You know, if they're gonna build around him, he has to give him weapons.
If the Patriots walk away with Christian Gonzalez, oh my God, there's 14 people saying.
Oh, God.
The Jets got Jackson Smith and Jake and Osiris Torrance.
So,
Co-GM
I'm so glad this
So,
mock draft.
I'm confused what we traded with the Saints. Matt, do you know the details of that Saints trade we did?
It was rejected.
Yeah,
They just
Yeah.
scrolled
Look
down.
at
It
that.
was rejected by the
Pending
Saints.
trade.
Oh, okay.
This D-Hop trade better happen now.
Ooh, the Saints have traded their pick to the Buffalo Bills.
What? We're moving
We
up.
have a
We have.
All right, I think
We're on
yeah,
the clock
we're on
right
the clock,
now.
I think.
We're on the
We're on
clock.
the
This
clock.
is Jack
Jack
Campbell.
Camp.
This is Jack
It's gotta
Campbell.
be.
Jack
It's
Campbell.
gotta be, right?
This has to be Jack Campbell.
Let's go.
We're really beefing up our defense if this is gonna happen.
Well, I mean, Drew Sanders ready is off the board.
Yeah.
I would take Drew Sanders over Jack Campbell any day of the week.
Yeah.
Jack Campbell, Iowa.
That's what we took?
Yep, that's who the Bills
All
took.
right, let's
I-
go.
that
Let's
was-
go.
that was the plan.
You added Brian Brees, you added Jack Campbell. That's
Yes.
going to, that's going to be a huge help. You now have Brian Brees, who's going to end up being, you have a 5th-year option on. He's here for the next 5 years. So,
yeah. I want to ask if anybody in the YouTube chat, what are your thoughts so far? Reese and Campbell. I like that. I like the moves there.
There's one really good chatter. It's just Ryan right now.
Oh, okay.
Aw, Ryan is cooking.
Ryan, cook us, Ryan. What do you think about this, Greg? How do you feel about this? You like this, Matt?
for what?
The Bills 2 first round or
I
2 picks.
love the picks. I'm a big fan of Brian Brees. I'm a big fan of Jack Campbell. I mean, I was always against taking Jack Campbell in the first, and Brian Brees being that high motor Bills guy, athletic, can replace Sinet Oliver. Keep him on a low cost deal, controlled deal. It's a good thing.
Someone said, "How many times will Greg trade with the Saints?"
The Los Angeles Rams got and the Tawab Bob Moore.
Ooh, Adi Adi. I'll
yeah.
call him Adi Adi.
Adi. Sounds like a
Packers pick
TikTok
again.
dance. Name for a
Packers gonna
TikTok
take
dance.
here.
Packers.
Keon White.
Okay.
DL
Deion
Georgia
White,
Tech.
Georgia Tech. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be a very nice piece.
Just a quick update here. Still on the board, Dalton Kincaid, Mozzie Smith, Jalen Hyatt, Trenton Simpson, Ojulari, Musgrave, Josh Downs.
Yeah, I think it's a fair question.
So I mean, there's still some good talent still left on the board.
100%.
Derek Hall went to the Falcons, yo.
For the Bills, I think
Edge from Auburn. Yep.
I love that we traded up for Jack Campbell, knowing that there might be a run on linebacker.
Uh-oh, another trade. Packers have traded their pick to the Lions.
Ooh.
I wonder, does that mean that
I think this is an interesting thing. I mean, how this is kind of shooken out.
Where do y'all think the Lions go here?
I mean, they went.
It's tough to say.
Have they taken
Yeah.
a wide receiver?
They went DJ Turner, cornerback, Michigan.
Yeah, this is where I think they
It's a
go.
good pick.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I like that pick for them.
That's a good pick for them.
I'm the fastest guy in the draft.
He's one of the fastest guys in the draft, they're saying.
Mhm. They are 100% correct. He's a very good cover guy. He can make up a lot of ground.
I would have liked to have tried to maximize the value, but hitting each of our
Now, on their thing, it says accepted Bills. We traded our 3rd-round pick to the Saints, I guess?
I guess that's what was the exception to try to trade up.
Raiders, BJ Ojulari, very nice haul so far, Chris.
Okay, BJ large. Yeah, it says
Ojulari.
we look like we traded our 3rd-round pick and our 5th-round pick. And the Saints
Yeah, we
get-
traded our early third and our
Dalton
fifth,
Kincaid
which
just went
is
to the Commanders.
Wow. Some really good talent coming off this board early.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what's going to be
Commanders
left in the 5th round.
Who went to the Commanders in the first?
My QB1.
Good question.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay,
make
I think
it.
it's the Packers now.
The Packers are on the clock right now.
Jartavius Martin just went to the Packers.
Okay.
The Steelers right away are running that card up to the podium, and they are taking Mozzie Smith.
Oh,
Wow, they got a steal. I think they got a steal right there.
They absolutely did.
Would you guys be happy with Bill if this was the Bills draft class right now? Two defensive players for their first 2 picks?
For
Because
the
we've been
draft,
talking.
yes.
I mean,
They
we've
have
been.
to. Well, they have to get a playmaker though.
Mhm.
If they can get D Hop, I would love it.
yeah.
They can somehow manage to get D Hop in this draft. It's A+ in my books.
Okay. I say so, right? Get D-Hop
Yeah.
and the draft.
So I guess we'll find out if we trade our third round pick, because we have the 8th pick in the third round. If that pick goes to the Cardinals
Well, but
for
didn't that
D-Hop, right?
didn't that third round pick go to the Saints?
It
Then?
went to the Saints, yeah.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. So what are we cooking?
So wait, why would we trade a 3rd and a 5th for a 2024 7th round pick?
Yeah. Wait,
I'm
that is
confused about
interesting.
that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
So it's not for the 7th round pick. So this app doesn't allow you to trade players.
Oh.
So
Oh, okay. So only
Greg
just
was
picks.
telling us to use a future 7th.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Interesting.
So wait, are they trading away Oliver there? Are they getting
I
Oliver?
don't know.
Oh, okay. 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 Seattle took Steve Avila. I guess we'll find out sooner or later. So.
Yeah, Will
Well, yeah, like
doesn't.
Tommy, like you were
Will
saying,
doesn't
with
like that.
the Bills.
That Will doesn't like that Reese move.
Oh, Will hates it.
He's not big on
Oh
it.
boy. Oh no.
But what were you going to say, Matt?
The Miami Dolphins have traded their pick to the Ravens here.
Did they
Josh
take
Downs, wide receiver, North Carolina.
Wow. Okay.
It's a good spot for him. I mean,
Yep.
I'm not talking with the Ravens. I mean, yes, he'll be in a good spot with the Ravens, but I mean that's a good spot in the draft for a Josh Downs if he were to fall there.
Right.
Yes, that's exactly. Okay, so Ryan said in the chat, because he's obviously watching Greg's show as well. It was Oliver for a 3rd and a 5th.
Okay, so we got a 3rd and a 5th.
So we've got a wide receiver. We've got
Gotcha. Okay.
So we should
so
have.
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
So we
we
got
should have.
2/3. We have 2/3 now.
Yeah, that
Unless
was,
the 3rd was to move up.
Oh, okay.
Not 100% sure. So
that makes sense.
That makes a lot more sense now. Okay, cool.
It's a lot of beef. With Jack Campbell behind him.
Okay, the Vikings select Tuli Tuipulotu. Is that how you say his name? I'm defensive line for USC.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Tuipulotu?
Yeah.
Tuipulotu. All right, we got the Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears has multiple picks in this section.
Yeah.
If you look at the screen.
There was a big argument.
Horizontal.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna trade that our 3rd round pick 8 in a 3rd round for D-Hop. I'm predicting that.
That's your D-Hop move.
That's the D-Hop move, I think, y'all. Will, that could be a big trade there, Will.
the Bills.
You're in our chat.
The Bills have a 3rd still. They have a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th.
Okay.
Canu Benton went to the
Ooh.
Bears. They're beefing up their D-line.
Well, that's the thing with the Bears. They have to keep the players off of a Tremaine Edmonds, and and Johnson.
Yep.
There's always one.
Keanu Benton. I mean, the Lions are interesting here.
Yep.
I feel like they should go wide receiver.
You feel like that's the deal? I mean, that would mean what, 6 wide receivers off on the board in the first 2 rounds.
He might go.
I feel like they might go Jalen Hyatt.
Okay, Lions pick is in, y'all.
They took Hendon Hooker.
And then Hooker.
Oh,
He's still got his guy too.
Oh.
He worked that board pretty well overall.
So for him, he can sit. This kind of makes sense. He will sit behind. Jared Goff.
Then he moved up
Because he still is on an ACL injury, he's not going to be 100% coming into the season. Which makes sense. He could sit behind Jared Goff, learn the offense.
Yeah.
Then he can come in mid-season, take over for Jared Goff.
that
Yep.
I think that
That's
they would
could be
consider
the
him at
plan
19.
for
Would
the
want to pull the
Lions.
trigger on him at 19. I think
I
Tampa Bay is
would
an
I would I wouldn't be against it,
If there's still someone with a
but poor Jared Goff.
first round grade,
Well, look right here. Look at the picks that go right
Yeah.
after that. See, Jordan Addison is
Yep.
20, Zay Flowers is 21, Noah Smith is 22.
if the Buffalo Bills deem one of those guys worthy of trading a first or third, and either a third round pick next year, which we get back in our comp pick, or a fourth round pick next year.
Okay,
That's
Raiders
what
pick
gets
is
you at
in.
19. Tampa Bay gets you Zamo
They got
for
Charbonnet.
picks for their
Okay.
mini rebuild, and the Buffalo Bills get one of their first
Running
round
back,
picks.
UCLA. I like that for them. That tells me that they might not have a deal in place for what's his name?
For Jacobs.
Jacobs. Yeah,
I
that's
mean, it's
telling me
tough
something.
because Josh Jacobs, is on the franchise tag.
Right.
They have to, he's guaranteed. I don't know what the number is on running backs.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 11 million.
It might be around there. I thought it was a little bit higher than that, but
Right.
but still, I mean, that's a lot to pay for a spot where there's you don't need a lot of these teams are running with committees and things like that. You don't need somebody like a Josh Jacobs. It does help, but
Tyreek Stevenson, cornerback from Miami, went to the Giants.
But has Witherspoon come off the board yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Witherspoon.
yeah, he did.
Okay.
Are y'all
Yeah.
surprised Trenton Simpson's still on the board, y'all? Are y'all still surprised he's still there?
What we're toward the end of the second round, yeah. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not.
Oh yeah, I
too-
guess
I'm
yeah,
not
he's
too
ranked
surprised,
41. Yeah.
Actually.
I think that's exactly where he said. So when you saw here,
So he'll
Jalen
probably go
Hyatt
soon.
to the Cowboys.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what is
I like
that?
their trio.
Six?
If this happens, I like their trio with Hyatt, Lamb, and
Well, they're having a sneaky good draft. I mean, the first round they took Jahmyr Gibbs to replace that's a good 1-2 punch right there with Pollard and
Oh yeah, 100%.
with Pollard
100%.
and Gibbs, and then taking Jalen Hyatt.
Yep.
I'm personally not too high on Jalen Hyatt because he does have a lower end route tree, but he they need a player that can take the top off so CeeDee Lamb can go over the middle and run the more intermediate routes and shorter routes.
Right. Cincinnati Bengals to Isaiah Foskey, Notre Dame edge. I like that for them.
They need. I mean, they really didn't need to add on the defensive line, but hey, another guy or two
It
works.
gives them another edge rusher.
Really, their issue is they lost both of their safeties.
Safeties.
So far,
Interesting, they haven't addressed that early.
Bears got another pick.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears.
That's like my
I
favorite
think they
saying
could
in
go.
NFL.
Bears could go to go tight end.
Yeah, I think it might filter by team.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah,
Kincaid's on the board still, I believe.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are going to land Matthew
Brian
Bergeron
Van.
picture in.
Cedric Tillman to the Bears.
Okay.
That's the pick I wanted the Bills to get if we didn't get D-Hop.
So this run of wide receivers is happening in the second round.
Matt, I don't know how you feel, but I like Tillman a lot. I think he was the better receiver.
He was definitely the better receiver at Tennessee than Hyatt.
Right.
Again, though, like I said before, the Hyatt is the guy who takes the top off the team.
Mhm.
So you have a Tillman that can, run, but also Tillman can go downfield too. He can catch those.
Jonathan Mingo.
Wow, he went to the Packers. That's a sneaky good pick as well.
Sneaky good pick. I mean, they finally take a receiver that
Yeah.
can make Jordan Love happy, so they don't have run into another
Jonathan
Rodgers.
Mingo and Christian Watson. Those are some big receivers too.
Big receivers on the outside. Yeah, that works.
See what
Alright,
Kansas
the
City does.
Chief. Oh God.
It just like came off the screen.
Don't tell me the Chiefs are trading for D-Hop here.
Luke Musgrave.
Okay, good. Good. They didn't trade for D-Hop, y'all.
D-Hop's
That's
ours.
still a good pick for them.
Yeah. Musgrave's good though. Yeah, I like that. Oh my God, yeah. You match him up with Kelsey. Oh God.
Interesting. But they would go Musgraves. Are they finding the Kelsey replacement?
Chicago Bears select Julius Brents from Kansas State, the cornerback. What do y'all think of him?
I'm the opposite. He's not even in my top.
I don't know much about that guy.
I don't know about I haven't done work on it, but
It's very similar to Darnell Washington, the athletic profile. But then he showed up at the combine.
All right, who's on the clock now? We got the Texans.
Texans. So they got their quarterback already.
You got the Texans, Cardinals, Broncos twice, Saints, Bucks, and Bills.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we're going to lead up
Coming up
to the
again.
Bills third. Okay, let's kind of talk about this third round draft pick by the Bills right now. They got
So they
Jack Campbell. What's the route?
I mean, it really
Um,
depends. I mean, they got the defensive tackle. They got their linebacker. I could see them. I think it might be a little bit early for like a Ricky Stromberg or center, like that. But I mean, they need to start replacing somebody like Mitch Morris. I do worry about his head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they might go tight end? You know,
Kincaid still on the board?
Oh, you said Kincaid.
I mean, I could also see him going Matthew Bergeron too.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Matt Bergeron.
100%.
Not offended by him at all.
Uh-oh. We sent a trade to the Cardinals.
All right, this is the D-Hop trade.
I don't know. We sent it, so I don't know if they accepted it yet.
We'll see. We'll get the alert in a minute.
Oh, the trade is. Oh, we've been rejected. We've been rejected by the Cardinals.
Because where are they going to go?
They're going
Matthew
Bergeron.
Bergeron.
Come on.
So if the Bills were thinking
Yeah.
of taking Bergeron, and then they take Bergeron.
Trent Simpson's going to the Broncos
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
with one of their first picks. Now they got the second pick in the third round. Shit, we got rejected. We might have to go receiver then. Here.
Simpson and who else you going with, Thomas?
I'm going to refill the center position, take Joe Tip.
It's going to be interesting where the Bills go at with their early third round pick here.
Third, yeah. They got Wisconsin.
Because now Bergeron's off the board. I mean, who you go now?
So now we got to figure
Yeah.
out for the Buffalo.
I mean, that was obviously there's also
Rice,
different
We got
options.
Rasheed Rice and Marvin Mims, probably the best receivers.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Marvin Mims.
We have,
I would take Marvin Mims,
kind of swapped out Ed Oliver.
but he's an Oklahoma product.
What position do we need to be focused on? Offensive line, we're already down to Jalen Duncan.
I love Interior.
They took Tyler Scott.
Hmm.
Saints took Tyler Scott.
So you got the Bucks and then the Bills on the
Oh,
clock.
we got sent a trade offer. We were sent a trade. Somebody wants to move
All right,
up.
what's the offer?
Oh, with the Vikings, they are
I
offering.
actually like him as a player.
So they received the third and the sixth, and they want the Bills would get It's not
Oh,
good
hell
enough for
no.
them.
Oh, we
Okay.
rejected it. I think we rejected it. Oh, no, we did
Better.
it. Did we accept it?
I would have loved
Okay, who did we take?
Pittman, Bergeron, any
We're about to
Oh, we accepted-
pick now. So
Yeah.
what's the prediction here, really quick, before it comes in?
Mm.
Might want to go
Could also go take Dell. I think Dell's available right now.
Marvin Mims.
I personally like Irving Dexter a lot too.
I don't know. I hope they don't go defense again.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say receiver Rice. I think they're gonna go Rice here.
you think wide receiver?
Yeah, they
probably
want
the
a
best
bigger type receiver here.
Then you go offensive line
They
in the
took
next pick.
they took Dell.
Kevin, I need to pick thoughts.
Oh, we got to take Dell.
Interesting.
Ooh, Nathaniel Dell.
Ooh.
What do you guys think about that? Nathaniel Dell, the Houston product.
I'm not the biggest fan of Tank Dell.
I'm not either.
Mm-mm.
He runs nice routes. I just
He's
I
small.
don't know.
We lost all at once. You had Whippler.
Yeah, he's a really small receiver.
I'm just waiting for reactions as they come in.
Before that pick, those are all guys
I mean, Rice then goes to the Titans, which is the Bills kind of passed
To
up
be
on.
honest with you, y'all, I would have rather take Mims over Dill. If we were gonna go small receiver, I would have rather take Mims. What do you think of that, Matt?
But I mean, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't.
No.
I thought Marvin. It says he's
No,
still
Mims is-
Or
available.
no, Mims.
Marvin
Mims. I'm
Mims.
sorry, I was thinking Mingo. Yeah, no. Absolutely, I would have rather taken.
I would have
Mims.
rather take Mims. Like you could have got Mims. I think he's a higher ranked receiver. I think that was a reach by us.
Deontay Hardy. I actually wouldn't mind giving Tank Dell a year to like. Get in
I don't know if they're gonna try to resend a package for D-Hop here. I don't know.
No. I mean, they got the receiver in the top 3. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to remember that's what Kevin was saying is day 2. If they get a receiver on day 2,
Yeah.
probably not going to get a DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
I feel redeemed.
True.
Both of the guys that flaked on me, I'm trading up to 7.
Yeah, Will's was not a fan.
I know. I figured that.
Sucks for you.
Y'all in the chat, I'm not a fan either. They could have taken Rasheed Rice or Mims.
They even could have went off and maybe a better offensive lineman and
Yeah.
still wait.
Yeah.
I like that. And there's some good ones up. That's where else I was thinking. Whether it was Shoemaker, Kraft, or Coons, I think those are all 3 good NFL guys.
Ryan said that they said they took in and took in as D-Hop already on the team. So they're coming into this draft thinking they have D-Hop already.
What the Bills do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How do they figure that?
I don't know.
Wait, we do have another 3rd round pick, right?
No.
Oh, I thought we did. I thought we had 2/3.
Unless that went to the Cardinals, but also too, I don't know what the trade was for to move up in to get Jack Campbell.
Antonio Johnson, 3rd round. Not bad. We're not getting started.
Because we had pick 27 and we had pick 9 in the 2nd round. We moved up for Jack Campbell. Okay. That was the Cardinals' original pick at 9, right?
No, they had 3.
Oh, they had 3. Okay.
They were 34.
Who do we move up in the 2nd round to get Campbell then?
I think it was the Saints.
Oh, okay. So we traded with them twice then.
Moving up and down the board like crazy. He traded away Colton Miller. He traded away Josh Jacobs.
It looks like.
But he has brought in Peter Skronsky. He brought in Joey Porter Jr.
Right now, I mean, I kind of do and I kind of don't like the Breeze trade pick, but I would prefer. I mean, the only one that is on the Bills squad right now that makes me excited is Jack Campbell. I mean, I'm not really a fan. I mean, Brian Brees is alright. I mean, I guess his production wasn't the greatest. I guess. I mean, you kind of look at the stats.
But that's the thing, though. When they traded DeAndre, or when they traded out Oliver, you now drop down to having only 3 defensive tackles on the team.
Any other
Right.
So they like to have that athletic, high motor guy playing that 3-tech, defensive tackle spot.
Mm-hmm.
Schmitz is a sneaky 350. Like I stood like 3 feet away from him while we were interviewing him, and like he has a very thick lower half.
Have we gotten any more chats, Paul?
I'm looking right now.
We got some people unhappy.
I don't know. It's right now only Ryan and Will giving their insight.
Oh, Colts took Marvin Mims.
They need somebody for their new quarterback to throw to.
Yep.
We've got. I wouldn't mind getting that.
And to pair with Michael Pittman.
Yeah.
Who did they take for a quarterback? They take
Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone just went to the Steelers. I think they took a receiver.
Parker Washington.
Parker
Yeah.
Washington.
The Penn State product, so they keep him within
I would have
Pennsylvania.
even liked him at our pick over Dell, to be honest with you.
I like Parker Washington.
Yeah.
I think there's a draft and stash, had a red shirt year deal. Nick Soldavari and that's the guy.
Wanya Moore is still there.
Yeah, Salvard is a guy who he can come in and compete at right tackle, and
Nick
if you don't really like
Saldivari.
he's operating at right tackle. You can keep him inside. He projects really well at left guard as well. He's sort of a technician.
The Lions got a wide receiver.
A.T. Perry.
A.T.
Yep.
Perry.
He believes that Aaron Comer
Yep.
would sort of hone in on because he's one of those tackles who projects inside, which is what Aaron Comer enjoys.
So our next pick is pick 28 in the 4th round.
Yep.
I got a bunch of guys suspended.
I guess that's.
Yeah, heck, they need it right now.
Yeah, Will said you could probably picked up Breesy in the 4th round as a guy that you could probably get in the 4th round, which is not. I mean, I think
You're talking about the defensive tackle from Clemson?
yeah, the defensive tackle from Clemson.
No way.
I don't think he could have thrown the 4th.
Second maybe, but not. And I don't.
Oh
think
wait,
he falls
no way,
back.
I read it wrong.
Oh. You're talking about Dell?
Not picking him in the 1st round, but can get a space filler in the 4th round. So getting another guy you can get in the 4th round.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so talk about another guy. Yeah.
Seattle.
I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I would done the same thing. I think I would have took a guy. That's if I would have done something like this. I would have probably took a defensive tackle in the 3rd or 4th.
The guy from Baylor's still on the board, right? Aoki?
Yeah, I think he's still on the board. I mean, you could definitely. I think he would definitely be a guy the Bills would be interested in the later rounds.
Yeah. And you can get snacks later on too.
True.
Oh, we got the Dolphins.
Miami
The
Dolphins.
Dolphins. They got 2 picks coming up here.
Really?
Okay, let's see what the Dolphins pick here.
First pick for the Dolphins, running back.
They going running back here? Nope, they went tight end. Brenton Strange from Penn
What?
State. Brenton Strange from Penn State.
Never heard of that guy. It makes me wonder. Is this a
Strange
strange
pick, huh,
pick?
yo?
Like
I know,
strange
strange pick.
Kind of like the
Kinda like
guy. Kind of
Kinda
like the guy last year.
strange.
Kind of like the guy the
Strange.
Patriots drafted last year.
Yeah.
The offensive tackle.
What do you think of that pick, Matt? Brent Strange.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. It's a strange
I
one,
don't
right?
like it.
Yes.
The Dolphins.
You know what's weird is
I
that
feel like they
Strange
should have went
one.
running. I feel like they should have went running back there.
They have nobody at running back.
Yeah.
Who are they going to put in at running back?
well they have Jeff Wilson,
Well,
Raheem Mostert,
pretty much the same group they came in with last year.
Savon Ahmed. But yeah, they don't really have like a lead back. What's weird is that the Dolphins picked and then the Chargers picked, the Dolphins pick again, and then the Chargers pick after them. Blake
Yeah.
Freeland. They took an offensive tackle.
It's a potential Nick back.
Okay. The Chargers are back on the clock, I think.
Steve coming up here with a late 3rd, and then right after that, Chris Seth is right after him.
I gotta bring something up.
Chargers got Chris Smith.
Who's
Free
offered
safety.
you? Who's whispered sweet nothing to you?
I have a 5th round pick on where's our pick?
Uh-oh. Kevin's talking about we have a 5th round pick. Something.
So we have 428, we have 5, 2, and 6.
So 5-2 has been offered to us. I want you to think about it for a second.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
4, Austin Eckler.
Oh, we got trade for Austin Eckler. Kevin was saying we have something for Austin Eckler. They're offering us Austin Eckler for I think our 4th or something like that.
So, I mean, obviously in this exercise,
I don't know if I would take it.
I think we probably figure out a way to do that.
I don't know. Matt, what do you think of that? If they're offering our 4th for Austin Eckler.
I mean, you get him for 1 year. I get it, but you're not going to sign him after the year. So I really think that a 4th round pick would do them better than Austin Eckler personally, if that were to be.
Right. If that were to come, yeah. I agree. Jordan Battle, safety, New York Giants.
I like Battle. I think both the safeties that I like in this draft, Skinner and Battle, They were once good picks, I would say, in the second round, but now they've
Right.
fallen to third round prospects after the combine.
Yep.
And I would say, I mean, I know he's disappointed and frustrated, and there's talk about him wanting a contract, and there's maybe to play for the Chargers.
I would rather if they're offering, I would rather just wait and see if Tajay Spears falls to us, Matt. I'd rather go that route than add Eckler.
Either him or Vaughn, is it?
Vaughn, yeah, Deuce
Yeah.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
I'd rather go that route than try to get Eckler. Keep our pick, get a younger guy.
If you want an extension, I mean, that's how it would be. You get a couple of years.
You get the cheap part.
Yeah, you get the cheap part now, right? Structure to kind of run into some deals.
Okay, the Saints took Devon Ekney from Texas A&M, the running back.
Oh, man.
Oh, God. I mean, it would be.
Tajay Spears. Oh shit. The Bengals took him.
Super Bowl.
Okay.
Getting through these couple picks here, we've got
Man,
a
the
couple
Dolphins have another pick coming up? Jesus.
Yeah, because they don't have a first round pick, so they get all their picks in the later rounds.
Yeah.
Right, because they got because of the whole Tom Brady thing.
Yep.
That's why there was only 31 picks in the first round.
The 49ers are about to make their first picks soon.
Bring on our multiple trade partner, Randy Hartman, who represented the Saints, to talk about the haul that he would hear from some of the guys who are helping us through this exercise. I mean, Kevin, in a vacuum, I would say yes, but I don't think that's very realistic that they would trade for Eckler and Hopkins. If we hadn't done the other
The
trade,
Dolphins just got Schoonmaker.
I would have figured out.
Yeah, it sounds like through Greg that we have already traded for Hopkins. I don't know how, but he said that we have already traded for Hopkins in this draft
I
somehow.
love it.
So I don't know how.
I don't know how. I don't care.
That's something we have to discuss in a space with Kevin.
Jamie Robinson.
One of my guys in this draft.
Jamie Robinson, Florida State.
He was a pre-draft visit with the Arizona Cardinals, so they have that familiarity with Jamie Robinson's top 30 visit. So it tells me that he's on the Arizona Cardinals board. And on top of that, there's
the Commanders his pick is in.
I think that
They're going with
they try to work something out.
Jalen Duncan from Maryland, the offensive tackle.
But you get something with insurance and Jamie Robinson and a guy who you can work onto the field with the safeties that they have.
Before we bring on our friend Vinny here to represent the...
I'm really not trying to be quiet, guys, but I'm just working the phones, trying to see if I can't move up here. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's okay.
That's good.
That's right. We're all
Gotta do your job.
somewhat as the Jets GM.
I thought that was solid value, and especially considering they've got Andrew Wiley at one of their tackles. And
Zach Harrison, D-line from Ohio State. That's who the Browns took.
Again, to Brad Moore.
49ers just about to take their first pick.
Yep.
Let's see who they go for. I wonder what the 49ers GM is thinking about this.
So, Vinny,
About
give me a
how
thumbs
this
up if
draft
you're ready to
unfolds,
jump
and as they just sit all the way into the third round.
on. Vinny, welcome. He's a frequent follower for anybody who.
Tyler Steen, Alabama offensive tackle to the San Francisco 49ers. Another offensive tackle the Bills could have took off the board.
The haul that you put together for the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, I heard that. You guys think we on it?
Yep, you sound good.
Cool. Yeah, I was funny because you were saying.
Interesting.
Oops.
But hey, I've been doing a lot of mock drafts.
Will Anderson, Jordan Anderson, Drew Sanders, Steve. I mean, you look at the Seattle Seahawks, what they've done so far in their draft. I like their draft. That's a well done
for
draft.
sure. I mean, they getting you know, getting Will Anderson and then Jordan Addison, like that's a haul in the first round. They got
Yep.
two top players in the first
Still a lot
12
of questions
picks.
at quarterback.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the first 20 picks.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I was really happy with their draft so far.
I like that Drew Sanders pick too.
Felt to the five. I had an offer potentially on the table to move down, but
That's how you really rebuild your
and then
Yeah.
your team.
Yeah, I mean they got somebody that they re-signed, Bobby Wagner. He can teach them how to play middle linebacker.
Yep.
Yep.
If he reaches potential.
I mean, I would say if this was a draft pick, if this is what Seattle did on draft night, I would say Seattle could win 10 games with that with the draft picks and with the roster right now. I think they could
They
be.
went last year 9.
Yeah.
8.
So like would say maybe 12 now.
I mean, I hope for their sake that Geno Smith isn't 1 year and then he played well for 1 year.
Right.
The traitsy ideas of the people that you've seen them bring in years past. It's been a very logical fit of who they would bring in.
Exactly. Yeah, we really needed a guard. The Jets, I think the Jets got Osiris picked before our pick. That's why I took Sanders, but I was happy with the deal. He's watching for a mobile quarterback with Duggan, so I think it's a great fit. And
Caillou Blue Kelly, cornerback, was the 49ers' last pick. So they're
the Jets got
again.
Well, it's ran by Bills fans. Just
okay, there we go. See. Making big picks because they were correct.
Interesting.
Right. So do we have anybody coming up here on the clock immediately from our panel? Steve Thomas coming up here.
Running back McBride for Chicago. So I mean, Chicago's definitely adding some offensive pieces around.
Yeah, I mean they lost Montgomery. They need to get a second running back.
They really have no.
Yep. That's true.
Makes sense.
I'm surprised somebody like them didn't get
Eckler. I wasn't expecting him.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good
Good point. Yeah.
Matt. Very good point, Matt.
Something like that. Something like him, Austin Eckler, but maybe they just weren't willing to pay an older running back, I guess you would say, because the age of running backs in this league now, that you get up to the age of, I would say 27, they're no longer useful. That's what
special guest.
If the Bills didn't get Jack Campbell, I think
We got a special guest?
Yes. This is Josh.
Huh?
This is Josh.
Who's Josh?
My cat.
What? Oh, your cat. Oh. Hey, Josh.
Oh my God.
Oh, sorry. Oh, hey, Josh.
Ow.
Some vortex later on in this draft. So I'm going to go with a little bit more off of the cup here. And I'm going to take one of the very few three techs I believe are left.
All right.
Turner. First off the board. I know it's probably
The Cardinals pick is in.
The players in this draft. So I'm going to add a three tech here.
They took
Wake. Oh, I was just about to announce the
Kobe
college.
Turner.
Kobe Turner.
Oh,
I was about to say
yeah.
Wake Forest defensive lineman.
So Thomas, you've got two more picks coming up here. We just shared your board so far. You've got Anton Harrison, the tackle from Oklahoma, early in the
That's not a bad board from the Broncos either. Simpson, Harrison,
really nice
Pittman.
There with
I like Pittman. I think the Bills definitely missed some players.
With your pick coming up here now, one more pick.
Oh, they took Zach.
Cowboys.
Trying to make Russell Wilson's job just a little bit easier. Obviously, we saw things were a little bit struggling last year.
I just feel like the Bills
either beefing up the
kind of
line,
missed,
which
just a little bit. I mean,
I'm looking at two different guys.
I mean, Dowell, okay, average guy. I think if you really wanted to add a receiver, You had to go. You had to go for it in the second round rather than waiting to the third round. I mean, What was Josh Downs still there? Josh Downs was still there.
Mm-hmm.
Who you take here? We got your
So-
one more pick and then you're up.
I think the Bills
Just impressed that we have 3 rounds of the draft.
missed
in the first hour.
some interesting thing because I like Tittman. I do like Tittman out of
Carl Brooks. That was the name
Wisconsin.
that was sticking out for me as falling here. I don't know if I was ready to move up and trade up for him, Kevin, but it was the name.
Jalen Reed.
Nice pick, Thomas. I like that one a lot.
All right, so I guess we're in the fourth round now. We can kind of, I don't know. Let's kind of like maybe talk a little bit about some of these, some of the things that we've seen so far. I guess we've seen the Lions go. I mean, I don't think the Lions are too concerned about missing Jameson Williams for 6 games. I think that based off this mock, they're thinking that they can ride with Jared Goff. They can ride with. They think both Amon St. Brown and their offense can carry them for 6 games and still be in it within the last few games of the year. I think that's my take on the Lions.
Looking at where we're.
I guess that's what they think.
Great call from. AJ Smolsky. Anybody who's watching here, we appreciate you guys.
I mean, and the Lions are
let us know your favorite pick.
a weird situation. I mean, because they do have Amon-Ra St. Brown. It kind of stinks that Jameson Williams is going to be gone for the first 6 weeks of the year. They did sign a Montgomery to run the ball.
For the Bills so far,
but their defense is really what needs to improve because they gave up, even though they had one of the highest scoring offenses in the league, they gave up the most, or if not the most, second or third most points scored against them, and that's why they lost as much as they did. They need to improve on the defensive side.
Oh yeah, they were playing a lot of these 33 to 40 games last year. They were relying on trying to score tons more points than actually trying to defend the ball. I think defensively they needed to improve. I agree.
Oh, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
but defensively. I mean,
I was going to say, for our audience on YouTube, just give us a thumbs up, a like, if you're liking what you're seeing.
I like. That's where I think the draft interests me. Where did Levis fall? Did he fall within the top 10?
He went to the Titans at 11.
Okay, so he went to Tennessee. So they're not. So they're thinking Malik Willis is not their guy. That's the overall consensus there. Malik Willis, based off his performance, is not their guy. Will Levis is going to be their guy moving forward. I guess now they just. So that's my consensus is that that's where the Titans think they're at. I think they need to add a couple more. I think what did we get later in the rounds? Did the Titans ever pick up another receiver? Did they pick up a late round receiver yet?
I know Hutchinson just went to the Panthers, who are having a sneaky good draft.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Matt.
With this mock draft, yes, they absolutely are.
AJ chiming in here, really like the.
What is the Panthers board right now? What are they looking like?
So the Panthers, give me 1 second here. They took Bryce Young, Cam Smith, Byron Young, and then Xavier. They just took Xavier Hutchinson.
Oh yeah, that is a sneaky good draft. I like it.
Hey Paul.
Yeah.
It's not letting me respond in the chat for some reason. I think are you the only one that can do it?
In the which one?
The one that we're hosting on. The
ones I'm looking at is the ones in YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's not letting me respond to Ryan on the chat on our stream.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Chris, you there?
I think that is a sneaky good draft. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
it's
three
they
reasons
believe
I wanted Riley Moss.
the Panthers believe that's their guy. That
Okay.
Bryce Young is the guy they're going to ride with. I mean, his size is a concern, but that's the guy they ride
Yeah,
or die
so
with,
more
I
than that,
guess.
yeah, Randy and I
Just,
are gonna
I
have
guess
work.
the
I want Riley
interesting thing is
Moss,
they're going to have to
and put him as
protect
all skills 4-year starter for
Bryce
our
Young.
system.
I think that's going to be key. They're going to have to protect him. They're going to have to give him some time to respond to pressure. They're going to have to give him some time to move and make plays. I think that's how Bryce Young is going to run that offense. I think Bryce Young fits
Right.
the
Yeah, it's gonna be.
He
the
does. His size still scares me a little bit, but they can't make him taller. Let's put it that way. But they can make sure he's
I don't think he's
puts a little bit of weight,
with
a little bit more muscle on, um,
Yeah.
without screwing up his
Nick
motion
Saban
or his
signs off
throwing or
on
anything like
defensive
that.
line,
They can, and then they also have Andy Dalton in front of them too, so they can always go with him. And for the first 8, 10, 12 weeks, first whole season,
Right.
you don't have to see these guys 100% the first
He's done a
season.
great job with the
Right.
draft, and now they're going to go 8 and 9.
I think just the offense that they run, that Frank Wright's going to run, fits I guess any quarterback in the draft. I mean, Frank Young Wright runs a quarterback friendly offense that I think they wanted to go Richardson at 1. I think they could have plugged and played with Richardson. I think they would find a find a find a find a offensive rhythm they can plug and play with Richardson on day 1. If they that's what the Panthers would want to do. I mean, they could also do the same thing with Stroud. I think they can make Stroud look like a really good pick at number 1. They can even do Will Levis if they wanted to. If they say Will Levis is their guy, let's trade down and get Will Levis at 4 or something like that. Let someone else take Young. So I think the interesting thing that interests me.
Actually might be bigger for them.
Right, absolutely, and that's the thing. I mean, Levis fell to the Titans.
I like it.
Really depends on who
sticks out for the Bills
who they feel is going to be there, but also too with the news coming out that, and yes, we're going through this exercise right now and everything like that, and Bryce Young is the pick. But it looks like CJ Stroud had stopped a week ago taking visits
have
because
traded KJ Hamler and a 6th round, the 18th pick in the 6th round for the 16th pick in the 5th.
So I mean, it really comes down to who they feel and who's going to have the best skill set. The thing that really bothers me is CJ Stroud is that cognitive test that he took. He scored an 18%.
You're looking to replace
Out of 100. Like, it's not out of 20, it's out of 100. Like, he can't, for whatever reason, he's not the same thing as Justin Fields. He's not processing well on the field. He's not able to process, these high-end, high-end offenses.
Vinny, who are you looking
Who's to say he doesn't go in and learn it and able to learn it and able to, process it, but I truly feel like wherever he goes, whether it is the Texans, whether it is the Panthers, whether it is the Colts at 4, it just really depends on who's going to be helping him out. Are they going to only let him do half the field? Are they only going to have him one, 2 reads and out? Are they going to be holding him back a little bit? Here, run the ball. Are they going to let him sit out if he goes to the Panthers? Are they going to let him sit out an entire year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deuce Vaughn went to the Chiefs. Yeah, Deuce Vaughn went to the
Don't say that.
Chiefs. Yep.
One of my guys that I like.
Yeah.
I like Juice Vaughn.
Kevin, welcome back.
I do too. He's very built for 5'5", 175.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's very thick.
Was there, I think, Carter Warren and Warren.
He's a guy that I fell in love with in the middle. Middle of the middle of the college football season last year. I
Coming
think.
up soon, y'all. Do y'all think we can maybe snag up that center from Arkansas?
I don't know. I mean,
I think you know.
it really depends on what GM Greg over there feels.
Yeah, that's true.
GM Greg and assistant GM Kevin.
Yeah,
They
100%.
they have an interesting draft so far. I don't think many people would agree with it. So I think that's the curiosity of a mock draft. It's I guess it's what would you want if the Bills were at this spot? And
that's what's fun about it.
Right.
That's what's fun about these mock drafts and these exercises and things like that. It gets you thinking. It gets you talking. And if something actually happened, if the board on next Thursday night fell exactly how this one does, are we taking Brian Brees? Are we taking, is it going to be Mozzie Smith? Is it going to be, a player like that? Like, do we trade down because we feel like we can get a Brian Brees at, let's say, 34 or 40 or anything like that? But the nice thing is, in this exercise, we were still able to get our middle linebacker.
Yep. I mean, a pretty decent one too. I mean, Jack Campbell. I mean, you choose. If it's going to be Jack Campbell, you go get him. If you want Drew Sanders, you go get him.
See, and that's the thing. I like Drew Sanders too, but my thing with him is he's going to have a huge learning curve too. You can't just like, I don't see the middle linebacker on the field for the Bills, right? Or on the team right now for the Bills. AJ Klein is a good backup. Can he, if Jack Campbell struggles for the first couple games, sure, I could see him playing. But
2023.
As far as that goes, I mean, Jack Campbell fits right into this team right now. He's plug and play.
Yep.
And they can live with the mistakes if they were to start him.
In the draft, but I don't like the idea of them taking a quarterback high this year. It's just
because you have an offense that can make up for that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think that's the interesting thing. It's that which one they choose that best fits their system. I think Jack Campbell fits the zone defense the Bills play. I think he can go to zone perfectly fine. I think there's some questions about speed and can he go from one gap to the A gap quickly and switch back to the B gap really quick if he had to switch on a dime. I think that's the question. I think with around Jack Campbell, but Drew Sanders is the guy that fits almost every hole. He can go to A to the B to the C whenever you want him to, or you can have him.
Right now, I'd be leading.
We're on the clock, y'all.
I just saw we have a player queue. It looks like Greg might be going for Nick Saldivari.
Okay.
Interesting.
Running back Roshan Johnson.
This is going to be an interesting pick.
I like Roshan. They go Roshan. Yeah, go Roshan. They should
Give
go
me
Roshan.
Roshan.
Come on, Roshan.
Come on, Rojo.
They'll make it a little better here.
I like it.
That'll make all of us happy.
Eating my little pretzel bite.
Lineman or best running back who doesn't get drafted.
Roshan Johnson is the next pick.
Oh, they're looking like it looks like they got Nick. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go.
Nick's.
So yeah, they're going tackle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think he's got.
I'm fine with that pick. Like, that's a good pick.
I'm cool with that.
It brings in competition to Spencer Brown.
Yeah.
Make him work a little harder
Old
if he wants that job.
I heard some good things about him.
And then, so Vinny, we've got another guest coming on here before we swap you out with our man Randy Hartman. Any other thoughts here? I think
so our players, we got Breesy, Campbell, Dell, Saldivari, and we have D-Hop too, right?
I think that's the consensus that they're going off.
That we have right now.
That Kevin and Greg are going off. That we have D-Hop on roster.
Okay, so we have him somewhere locked in. I don't know what we traded, but
jumping on the show here with it.
He's on our roster.
Bengals just took Johnson.
Okay. Roshan.
Wow.
Randy, welcome aboard.
What's up? Oh, Randy's on. They put Randy on.
Randy's
Randy's on the show, y'all.
Wow, Roshan.
Damn
They
it,
said
Roshan.
they took the tackle over Roshan Johnson, which is interesting with what they might want to do at running back.
We got offered
If or maybe they Kevin and Greg
Oh, we
think
got
that
offered a trade, y'all.
Take it.
Would you take it, Jenna?
yeah.
Oh wait, do I want to take that? Yes, take it.
You would
What
take
is
it.
it?
You're taking.
We received 2 fifth-round picks.
Yep, 2 fifths
I would
and
take it.
20, and we give up our second pick in the 5th round and our 6th round pick.
Come on, Greg. Cook. That's a good trade.
Yeah, do it, Greg.
I mean, I would take it.
I don't think we're getting.
Ricky Stromberg went to
But then you all.
Carolina.
I think
it's accurate, but it's not. If there was.
But
Hey,
then
Matt,
you
are
also
you
get a
gonna
2024 6.
Matt, are you going on their show, Matt? Are they gonna?
No.
Are they not bringing you up? Okay, I didn't know if they were bringing you up at all to talk.
I don't think we can add a third receiver after we already had
It's interesting. I mean, they're. I think if they don't take it, I don't. I think they're thinking about it because I think they like their early 5th, because they would be trading down in the 5th round. They would be taking a middle 5th round pick.
They just said they're not going to add a third receiver since we got D-Hop.
I mean, yeah. That means if you took another receiver, then you wouldn't you have 8 receivers
So the
on
Dell
roster.
pick, the Dell pick, it doesn't like do anything to me as long as they got D-Hop. I'm okay with the Dell pick then if they still got D-Hop.
So that I guess that would be it. If
you know,
then that means maybe there's competition there at the 5th receiver spot.
Yeah. Oh, we're on the clock again. We moved up.
I really think he's undervalued.
We
already had that pick.
We already had that pick.
Oh, we did. Okay. My bad.
They must have been sold on whatever.
Jared Patterson.
I like him.
All right, I like that too.
I like it.
Heck yeah, that's a steal in that round. What do you think about that, Matt?
Oh, I like it.
Jared Patterson, I do like that a lot.
100% like it. I mean, he's
Interior
like an
offensive
M
line, it gives us another. Again, competition is a big thing when you get to the 4th, 5th, 6th round to these players.
100%, I think.
Did Kansas City take a receiver?
Good question. Did they? I don't think they did.
Matt, do you know if Kansas City took a
I
receiver?
don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
To get an extra first this year, you took Miles Murphy.
I don't know if they did. I really don't think they did.
You got Michael Meyer.
They took Nolan Smith.
Tyler Scott, receiver from Cincinnati in the 3rd. Devon Achane, who is like a human water bug at running back out of Texas A&M, and then Riley Moss. You're really pissed off.
You could add another D-line here in the 6th round pick.
You could. Do they need to add another D-line?
You could.
I think this
beef
is
it
going
up
to be
more
depth.
with snacks.
Multiple trades.
Okay. You can go snacks.
So I knew that I wanted to try
Yeah.
and get an extra first.
Where did the guy from Baylor go? Where did he go? He's off the board.
Yeah, he's off the board. I think he went to the Raiders, I think.
Okay.
Defensive line. Edge is a more premium position than defensive tackle.
Okay, I'll bite. Who's
Decided to make
snapped?
the trade for Ed with the idea that
The
we're
kid
letting
from
him play
Texas.
and then possibly extend him.
What's his name?
Oh, Keandre Coburn.
Yeah, Keandre Coburn. Yep. I would definitely take him at the 6th round if he's there.
First pick, Miles Murphy with the
I
edge.
would. I mean, if he's there, I think
Take him,
at
You
that
gotta-
point,
Yeah.
you're just playing for competition.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
we
like I
also
said-
do the rotational role thing too. I mean, I think he would fit perfectly in the in a rotational role. Get him ready to go.
You get another D tackle when you lose in Oliver too. So
Right.
So I want to try and duplicate.
Charlie
think-
Jones from Purdue.
I kind of like to see if the Bills would add another safety.
That's another.
If they would be interested in adding another safety, because even though you got Taylor Rapp for what but you only got him for 1 year. I think the Bills would be interested in re-signing him if he does well at the end of 1 year. But then what do you do with Micah? What do you do opposite of him with Micah Hyde? I mean, then you don't get Micah Hyde after 1 year. Do they want to re-sign Hyde back? or do they let Hyde
Someone I was
walk?
pretty excited about. I thought he was going to go.
And then you do then you have like a Taylor Rapp, Jordan Poyer type thing.
I'm a big
That's
fan of Danny Kelly over the ringer. And
I mean
he talks about,
I wouldn't mind that, but I mean I would
probably
think
his
getting
favorite
younger at
player
the
to watch
safety
the film
position
of
would
in the
be
draft. He said, you know, I give this caveat ahead of time.
debate that
I can't
that
swear that he's going to survive.
that we all could think of. I mean, Poyer's not getting younger. Hyde's not getting younger, so I think getting younger with all these great wide receiver talents out there, I don't think a 33-year-old safety is gonna run well up against a 23-year-old fast wide receiver and think you're just gonna pew right past him. Okay. Keisha Butte went to the Vikings, which is which is a nice pick. They need another receiver since Thielen's not there anymore.
The
All right,
live
there we
stream,
go.
some of the incidents that occurred.
Lost the streaming. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yep, I'm back.
Just
I'm
being
back.
reckless off the field, not testing well. I'm not surprised they came.
Josh Wiley, Cincinnati goes to the Carolina Panthers. Another sneaky good pick for the Panthers. Saints on the board.
They just took Coburn.
Oh man.
Coburn.
Yeah, Coburn, I like that. So
Kofi
again,
Coburn.
I want to reinforce that defensive line. I already got Ed Oliver. I got Miles Murphy. Now I'm taking the big plugger in the middle to go right next to him. You know, Ed functions best when he has a little bit of help next to him.
Yeah, that is.
Kayleen Saunders from
Listening
KC.
to Randy right there saying,
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean,
Right.
stack up on that defensive line.
Yeah.
Have some friendly competition there. Competition's never a bad thing in an NFL roster. It makes the guys work harder, honestly.
Feels like a Josh McDaniels type of guy.
Very much.
Agreed.
One more pick.
Matt, you working the phones?
I am. I actually just I made a trade with the Vikings. That's how they came up and took up a booty.
Oh, okay.
Butte.
Cool. Okay. Nice.
Replaced him with Clemson defensive lineman Brian Brzee. We also traded for DeAndre Hopkins.
That's a nice draft by the Saints. That Miles Murphy, Michael Mayer, Tyler Scott, Anche, Moss, and Colbert. I mean, if you're looking at the Saints, I mean, there's no that NFC South is up for grabs.
Yeah.
Very much up for grabs now with Tom Brady officially not in the NFC South anymore. That division is seeking to be won.
Austin Eckler, which I think is very interesting in a vacuum, but something that.
And they also have Derek Carr. Don't forget that. The Saints do.
Yep.
So I mean, stacking up on defenses, I guess, is a priority for the Saints if they're going to do that, which is good. Stack up defense. Got Chris Olave.
Yeah, we lost it for Kevin.
He's not in a room. He's sounded like Kira Guna. If you wanted to be anonymous.
FBI.
No,
FBI.
you sound like the guy in the Tony the Tigers commercial.
Yeah, he does. Kevin must be having some difficulties on the show. Oh, they took the receiver out of Princeton. The Chiefs did. There you go.
You guys saw that?
That's the receiver they went.
Roshan Johnson and Tajay Spears, by the way. Did you
What?
see that?
Chiefs got their man.
Just making the Bengals the most fun offense in the league.
Okay. Okay.
Tajay Spears and Roshan Johnson. Did he move? Did he trade Joe Mixon?
I don't think he traded Joe Mixon. I just think he's loading up that backfield for life after Joe Mixon.
I mean, they did.
Lions
You know,
have
obviously they had some IJP Ryan.
Eric Gray from Oklahoma, running back. Yeah, why would the Bengals take running backs back to back? I'm confused about that too.
Oh yeah, Tajay Spears and Roshan Johnson with Joe
Yeah.
Mixon. I mean,
With
P.
Joe
Ryan.
Mixon. Yeah.
I mean, they didn't have P. Ryan sign elsewhere.
Obviously letting Gesicki walk.
Yeah.
They did retain Durham.
I guess that's maybe their their idea. Get another guy,
Right.
but I don't think that makes 100%. That doesn't really make much sense to do
No.
back-to-back running backs. I mean, you're gonna have what, two
Unless
rookies,
they're gonna trade Mixon, you know.
but then you still would have two rookie running backs.
Yeah.
Why would you want two rookie running backs on your roster?
Right.
I mean, they have a somewhat of a solid core behind Mixon. They got Trayvon Williams,
Yeah.
and they have Chris Evans. I mean, Chris Evans is not that bad of a running back. He
Right.
played some I think he can play some decent snaps for them. If I'm looking through their roster,
Check your DMs.
Oh, we got a trade offer.
Ooh.
The Jets don't have a lot to work with because they gave up picks to get Aaron Rodgers, but Jackson Smith and Jigba and Osiris Torrance.
I'm looking at the Bengals roster right now. Oh, okay, let's talk some Chiefs because they're an interesting team. Nolan Smith, Luke Musgrave, Vaughn, and
Yep, and
the Princeton
Andre,
wide
Yep,
receiver.
the Princeton wide receiver, yeah.
So with the assumption, with our draft class up against their draft class, with the hop on our side,
Yep.
if you would say let's say week 6 of the NFL season's Chiefs Bills, do you think who has the better edge heading into that matchup?
Would go for. But I think
It's tough to say.
Yeah, it is
really
tough.
I mean, because
I think they're pushing.
on one hand, your offense has Diggs, D-Hop, Davis, Cook, Knox, and Hines, and
Tremaine Edmonds. Some of those.
So I mean, it really just
same idea. We basically got the comp pick early for Ed Oliver.
it really comes down to which Josh Allen shows up.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what's
As much as I love Josh Allen, it's really just going to come down to which Josh Allen shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, is he going to be? I guess rush Josh Allen or cool, calm, and collected Josh Allen in another Bills Chiefs rematch? Because we're going to get it again. It just depends where and when it's lined up in the season. And I guess you look at the Chiefs. You look at the Chiefs draft picks. They're it looks like they're loading up on some depth, getting some depth on the roster, trying to create maybe some competition. With this draft, I think that's where the overall spot where the Chiefs might be.
I think the
going right
Musgrave and Kelso duo could be dangerous for them.
Oh yeah,
The
having
two tight end set right there.
another. I
That
think
could be a
I
nightmare
think that's
for
what they
them.
were kind of looking for later in the season with Fulton.
Yeah.
With Fulton, but he never really filled that role for them.
Right.
Reason I say that, I feel like Gabe Davis would be a perfect complement for Russell Wilson, like a type of receiver that would thrive with him.
Yeah, I think that he, obviously showing what he did with
Kevin's
downfield
laughing.
throws and having a guy like him on one side, Portland sitting on the other, it makes total sense. And I even think in a vacuum, I think it does make sense from a value standpoint. But with, again, what we're trying to build here, I think I would go forward.
Now, if Andre Yosivas was still on the board, I would make a strong play to consider that deal. We would take him here, and I'd probably ask for your 530.
Another tight end off the board with the Giants, which is interesting.
Happens, but
Yeah.
I mean, they have
Yeah, if there's a guy like him,
what's their
I didn't even
what's
look to see
what's
who
their
else was listed.
roster looking like right now?
And the guy that you would look at to do that.
The Giants is also another cool, interesting team to look at.
Yeah.
Bryce Ford Wheat.
Bryce Ford Wheat.
I think would make a lot of sense for. Makes a lot of sense.
They don't have a third
Yeah,
quarterback
especially
on their
against
roster, so they might be
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
so they might be interested in a late round quarterback option. I guess another interesting talking point is who could be a late round,
Chris.
a possible late
Chris
round
got his daughter
quarterback
in.
option for the Bills. Do you think the Bills take a backup quarterback in this draft, or they think they run with their room that they have right now?
I don't know. I mean, it really depends because I think, you don't need – it's tough because you don't need somebody behind Josh Allen
All right, so
that's a rookie. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You need somebody that can step in and play if he were to
I
get
was
hurt.
hoping to try to make a trade. but
Because if Josh Allen goes down, like as much
there's a couple
as
of real big holes, obviously edge defender, cornerback.
as much as like
need somebody to go with.
I would hate to say it, and the optimist in me would still think, hey, our defense is still one of the best in the league. Hey, we still have Hopkins and Diggs and Davis, and
last second.
but you have to have a quarterback that can get them the ball, and we have to be able to put points on the board.
Right.
Put the chicken on top of the draft.
I agree. I mean, I think even though we still have a strong defense. I mean, I think a quarterback would I mean, just have the guy just to come in and ready to go. But maybe bringing back have Josh Allen and Kyle Allen and have that rookie quarterback sit for the entire year,
Right.
and then maybe groom him into maybe a really solid backup option behind Josh Allen, instead of going out maybe spending $1 million to $2 million and trying to bring back a backup quarterback each and every season, and have that option where you have him for a while.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I just like I said. I mean, it's just.
I think
I would rather see them because you got Barkley on the team right now.
Right.
Yes, he'll probably be on the practice squad again or whatever. Maybe Kyle Allen is on the practice squad. I don't know how they would feel running that depending on who's the better backup.
30th
But
to 33rd, who you
you're talking a rookie quarterback would most likely come in and be on the practice squad, because he's not making the team over Barkley, Allen, or Allen. Is there something better you can get in the 6th or 7th round?
Right. I mean, which quarterback would you take if it came out down to be?
I'm glad that you're able to make that happen.
I mean, it really depends. I mean,
like 4 or 5 people have rejected my offers.
I'm on the board here.
On the field, I like Stenson Benson. Benson.
I'm waiting.
You're in the chat.
So
Right now, it's up to Chris.
I would take a chance on him, and if he doesn't work out, great. If he works out, great. So it's just, but I really haven't looked at the quarterbacks because I don't feel as though that we need to take one. But he would probably be top of my list if he were to make it to the 6th or 7th round.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think
So we got one more pick left. It looks like on their board.
I think we have. I think that's it. Yeah, one more pick.
Yeah, one more pick in the 6th round. Okay.
Yeah, I got one more left myself in the 6th round.
Okay. Where do you think? Where do you guys want? Where do you think we should go here?
He's a bigger cornerback.
Maybe go safety or running back.
Yeah, I think safety or running back would fit.
Okay. All right.
What do
Maybe,
you think,
we
Jenna?
did take an edge. We did take an edge as well. I don't think, did we? They could take edge.
I mean, but do we really
Might be-
need one?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
I mean,
it
you
depends
got
when Vaughn's coming back.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Do
But
we
if we're gonna
trust-
sign Yannick, but if we're gonna sign Yannick, Matt, we won't. Yeah, we won't need an edge if we get Yannick.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
have Von Miller, whoever. If we were to sign one after the draft,
Right.
after May 2nd, so we don't lose that comp pick.
100%. Yep.
Whether it's a Yannick or whether it's a Clowney or whoever else is out there at this point, Leonard
Ingram.
Floyd,
Well, yeah.
Ingram,
Yeah. Ingram.
you're gonna
Yeah.
have Vaughn and player that you sign after May 3rd. You're gonna have Epinesa. You're gonna have Groot. You're gonna have
Right.
and you're gonna have Shaq Lawson, and
Definitely,
you're also gonna have
that's true.
Boogie Basham.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, we didn't get rid of Boogie in this draft, so I think then you safety or running back. Is that what you would do, Matt? Here for the last pick.
The thing that I would like to see the Bills do in the later rounds is to continue building behind your cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, because you can always find a gem in the later rounds. Like, that's when they found Benford last year.
That's true. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
And that's one of the things I'll always say about Brandon Beane is he's able to find, it's the mid-round stuff, the second, third, round guys. He hasn't really, quote unquote, hit on one except for Dawson Knox.
Right.
Right.
Spencer Brown is still up in the air. He's only going to his 3rd year. But if you go back and see his track record, your 5th, 6th, 7th round picks, those guys have made quality starts and quality quality. Can't think of the word.
Fits the quality.
Quality something.
Quality contributions to the team.
Yeah, your contributions. Yes. Great. Yep. So yeah, we'll see. Got a little bit before the Bills pick again.
When's
I
their
like
next pick?
Raheem
Middle
Jarrett
6th?
going to the Colts. That was a sneaky good pick right there in the later rounds. I think he's going to be a good receiver.
Mm-hmm. So the Bills board is Brees, Campbell, Dell, Slawire, and Patterson. And we don't pick again until it looks like late 6th round. So there's a lot of time before the Bills pick again.
Do y'all like
Interesting.
Trey Dean if he's there from Florida?
The cornerback, yeah, I would take him.
The safety. I
would take him.
Yeah.
I would take.
Merriweather from Iowa. Brandon Hill.
What are you thinking, Jenna, for the late round pick?
Brandon Hill would be a nice one.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I
they
like
love
that
their
one.
pit DBs.
Yeah, they do.
With Dane Jackson and Alkmaar. Well, they have 2 of them on the roster right now. Why not a 3rd?
Yep.
Well, I think let's take a little backup for Mike Thomas. Coming off some injuries, and maybe he might not be the guy. I'm gonna take a moldable ball of clay here, see if I can strike some gold.
Oh, let's see what Randy's doing here. Randy's
Saints?
picking. Oh, he's going the Bryce Ford Wheaton from West Virginia, the
The
receiver.
West Virginia product.
That's an interesting pick for the Saints.
All right, the Jets
that
are
might work with them.
soon.
To acclimate, kind of get his game up.
Oh, we've been sent a trade offer.
We'll see what they've been offered.
Okay. Oh, with the Bears.
So trade out of the 6th round and get 2 7ths. What do you take it?
So we get the first pick in the 7th round. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what that's.
Because he's given us a free pick.
Yeah, he's giving us another
It's
pick.
actually a little. There's a lot of comp picks in there, so it's actually moving back about 10, 12.
But we're moving. The bad thing is you move back 12 spots if your
Right.
guy's not there.
You know, again, the Bills are not the easiest team to get.
It just depends
But-
what they have in mind taking in that spot.
Yeah,
It's another one for us to play with.
it's an interesting one.
You want to accept that one?
Sure.
We're gonna
Thanks.
take it. We're gonna
Okay,
accept it.
we're going to take it.
Okay. So we'll have 2 7s now, y'all.
Right, you have 2 7.
Yeah, well, and I mean that's basically.
You won't have a
it.
6.
You know,
I mean,
now have pick 7.
Yeah, we don't have a 6 now, so our 6 is gone.
It's not quite. We're 1 pick off of Mr.
Wait a second, Judge, you just took Painter?
I did.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, to me, he's a guy that the Cardinals right now their quarterback room is Kyler Murray. It is Colt McCoy.
Mohammed
It is
Ibrahim is still on the board. I wouldn't mind taking
So at
Ibrahim.
this point in the draft,
Wow,
I think
Jake
I like
Kaner,
Kaner.
quarterback for Fresno State, went to Cardinals, y'all.
You could conceivably
Interesting pick
throw,
there.
I think, Jake Kaner out there.
Ibrahim will be good. He's just,
Play him 6 or 7
is he like
games,
25?
give him 6, 7
I think so, yeah. He's a
He's
bit
a little bit
older.
older.
25? He's just a little,
Yeah.
to be your quarterback
I think that's
to
the
a
thing.
future. A guy
With some of these
Kyler Murray,
5th,
a guy
6th year
who
seniors coming out of the
Jenna, what do you like the
college.
Bills draft so far, Jenna?
I think it's okay. I really
I think
like
it's okay.
Jack Campbell, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And D Hop, right? Of course.
Yeah, D Hop.
I mean, those are
I
the
like
2
that they
wins right
addressed
there.
that they addressed O line.
Yes, 100%. They got competition now.
Yeah, they got good depth now.
Yeah.
Very, very good depth in this
I
draft.
mean,
Yeah.
besides Questenberry, Questenberry is questionable.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have. I don't think they re-signed Van Roten.
No, I don't think so.
No, I don't think they did.
So the depth behind the depth at guard was a little bit it's not super shallow, but
Yeah.
It's better.
it was close.
Right.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
So Jarrett Patterson is a really good option, and can he play center?
I believe
think so.
I like Jared
We got
Patterson.
2 functional guard centers in Ryan Bates and Jarrett Patterson. I don't know about David Edwards.
Chiefs got Carter Warren from Pitt. They traded up for him, the offensive tackle.
Another version
Oh, wow.
of Terrell Smith right there. Carter Warren, I think he's NFL ready.
So our
Picks are flying off
room
the
would
board
look
now.
like. So our offensive line unit would look like. At left tackle would be Deion Dawkins, Tommy Doyle, Van Damlark, and then you would add whether if Salver or Patterson plays so Patterson would be on the left side. So he would play. So he would probably be behind Connor McGovern. So he would probably be the guy behind Connor McGovern,
Yeah.
and then David Edwards would slide to the third.
Yeah.
Third.
Yep.
Man, this sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but
No, you go.
this mock software would probably be like freaking good if you could trade players.
They did. Yeah, I agree.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Like
I
I
don't
just
get why
saw
they
like
didn't
they
add
were
that.
like showing like their measurable graph.
Yeah.
Like what the hell?
It's interesting.
How do you get
For
that?
offensive line?
I wonder what software
So
they're
for
using.
Buffalo, I feel pretty good getting Saldivar and Patterson.
How did the Chiefs have so many picks? Was it all because of Tyreek Hill trade?
They're looking at offensive line. I think they might want to go another. They might pick another.
They
offensive
traded
lineman.
up for 22, and it looked like they traded up for 6 for a couple more.
Where are they getting all these picks from?
And how they're getting them?
He disappeared off my screen. So
Because they would have to trade players, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Scott from Kale.
I guess they're just trading hypothetical players.
Really rising up board. So
They
here on
traded
this website,
Edwards
it's
over.
not very high. But on a
Because they would only have a first, a second, a fourth, and a seventh.
Called earlier, 6'2", 215 pounds. Safety.
What are the Chiefs' actual picks?
Point out, if you guys haven't taken
Are y'all looking forward to the Zoom on Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's always so fun reacting texting with each other.
I know it's gonna be great. Because we're all gonna be on it, and like this time we're gonna have it's just gonna be real. So it's like we're gonna have reactions. You know.
I'm trying to see what
I mean, already seeing Will's and Ryan's reactions already like woo. But you know.
I'm trying to see what the Chiefs have as actual picks. Trying to get an idea on what they got. Okay, so they have a pretty decent amount. They have a first, a second, a third, 2 fourths, a fifth, 2 sixths, and 2 sevenths.
Mrs. Davis is all
You guys see what Greg is doing? He's putting some safeties in the queue.
Yeah.
You might have to search the name of the long snapper.
Daniel Scott is #1 safety.
I would love to test that to find out.
That'll be a good one.
There, but I don't
Yeah, that would be.
I think they're gonna go safety with that last pick. With their first to second last pick.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
with their first pick in the 7th round, they go safety. They could pick a tight end too, you know.
They could.
Extended, Tyler Bass, and brought back.
I mean, I don't think there's any good tight ends on the board right now.
Tucker Kraft went, right?
Oh, for sure.
I think so.
I don't know who took him, but
it is Matt Kirk.
I don't believe it's his son. I think it's his nephew.
Nephew. Okay.
He was
Either way, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. He went to Oklahoma.
They took Daniel freaking Scott, the Rams.
He went there goes
man.
He went to Oklahoma. They the Patriots.
Giants are moving up.
Giants are moving up with the Patriots.
So the Bills, so Chris and Greg and Kevin decided to trade down.
Yep.
Out of the 6th round, they miss out on Scott now.
What do you guys feel about Tank Dell over Mims? That was one that I've been asked before, taking Dell over Mims.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I would have taken Mims, Kevin. I wish you could hear me, but I would have taken Mims.
I don't like.
I'm sorry.
I don't like the Tank Dell one.
I don't like the Tank Dell pick either. I would love to get Kevin in his space tonight and tell him about that. Or hell, I would have even taken Rashid Rice. You know?
He went right. Rashid Rice went right after.
I know. It's like, dang. Would you have taken Rice over Dell, Jenna?
Yeah, I would take Rice over Dell, but I
Okay.
like Marvin Mims.
Yeah, and Mims, yeah. Like, those are the two you would have definitely taken over Dell.
I probably would have taken Marvin Mims over
See?
Tank Dell. You know, I like Tank Dell more.
See, they're all saying they would have taken Mims over Dell.
Give me Mims or give me death. I don't understand why we took a wide receiver when we got D-Hop.
It's the upside with Tank.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, I'm still curious. What did we give up for D-Hop? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I have
Whatever
no
it
idea.
is, whatever
I'm
it is.
curious what pick we gave up for him.
I'm curious on what we gave him.
Picks?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I'm
confused
curious
on what we
too.
gave because we gave Ed Oliver.
Yeah.
I guess in a Saints trade.
Yep.
Yeah, we gave Ed Oliver to the Saints, and it looks like they gave us a 3rd round pick. So I'm wondering if one of our 3rd round picks, our
for
own
D-Hop.
3rd round picks, went to D-Hop. Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering too.
Right as my trade offer was being accepted. So.
Hey, you still have a Clemens. It's a pretty solid pick.
Yeah. For in exchange for a 5th round pick next year, but I came in wanting to get 2 tackles, or now I did. Now I'm done.
Never say never.
Yeah.
Interesting. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers will select in the 6th round. What is this? What does Tampa Bay? Matt, do you know what Tampa Bay boards look like?
Yeah, I can tell you right now. Give me 1 second.
I need IT support. I need an adult.
They took Sam Laporta.
Oh, never mind. I thought Sam Laporta was off the board now. I'm like, what? How the fuck?
Yaya Diaby, Isaiah
Sticks right in
McGuire,
the middle of the screen, and you
Aiden
gotta,
O'Connell,
like, close it out.
Mackay Blackman, Brandon
Yeah, that's-
Joseph, and
Daryl
Daryl Luter
I
Jr.
can't move the window. I'm running two screens, and I can't move
Interesting.
one side to the other. So
You can't slide it over.
Aiden O'Connell.
no, not at all.
I mean, Aiden O'Connell's alright.
Too, because I have to communicate.
I mean,
what
I'm
doing,
excited,
the
as a football fan,
framework of a trade.
to see Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield
yeah,
and
yeah,
see
so
how
if
he
you-
does with actual weapons.
Agreed.
I mean, like
I do think it's cool tool.
Oh, they
he's
took a
gonna have
picture.
Mike Evans, he's gonna have Chris Godwin, he's gonna have those players there. That's gonna.
Nice format.
I'm excited to see that
Right.
because I would like to see him grow as a quarterback and see what he can actually do. And if he is a bust like he has been everywhere else, except for a couple games here and there.
Also, don't forget the thing on Tank too is he came in for.
I never like to see a number one overall draft pick, fail out of the NFL like Jamarcus Russell did. I mean, it's always tough to see.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I was happy that we got the right quarterback in that draft, but
that could have went haywire, right? Get Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
I did look at who New Orleans had in for visits. And two of them
I don't think we trade up. I think we stay put at 12. Had we,
Although I know,
had Josh Allen went number 1 overall, or number 5 to the Broncos or whatever.
Visits, and they had 3 other visits set for.
Yeah, Broncos stealing another asset. We could have also got Von Miller too.
We don't know who the other
2 years ago.
I don't think we need 27 I think I've seen.
Yeah, and they took Marcel Darius with the next pick. So I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
everything worked out how it was supposed to. That's all that matters. Von Miller's here now.
Yep.
Hopefully at the end of the day, at the end of Friday, at the end of Saturday, next week, DeAndre Hopkins is a Buffalo Bill.
I'm with you on that. I
That
really
would be
hope so,
amazing.
man. That would be so cool. Having Diggs and Hopkins on the same team, with Josh throwing them the ball. I mean, we said it last night. Like, if that happens, Josh Allen will throw for 5,000 yards. Just think about that, y'all. 5,000 yards.
I think he would throw for 5,000. He might be only about 300-400 in rushing.
Right. Who cares?
But I'm perfectly fine with that. It keeps him in the pocket. It's weird though because people say get so worried about him running. He's been only hurt one time running, and it was a dirty hit.
Yep.
You see that the Dolphins took quarterback?
Oh, they did. I missed
Jaron
it.
Hall.
I like that they linked to the Moc Draft.
Wow.
Interesting. I think didn't they lose Teddy Bridgewater to somewhere?
I think he's still a free agent.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they only have what? Let's see. They have Mike White and Skylar
They have
Thompson.
Tua and they
behind.
have Mike White.
Yeah, they have Mike White. Yeah.
And they have Skylar Thompson.
Enough.
Or is he a free agent out there still?
No, he was just drafted
last.
Yeah, he was drafted last year. Yeah. So it'd be interesting. Why would they be
All
taking
these
another?
teams that are going to cut all of these like 6th and 7th rounders.
Well,
are
they're-
choosing to move up 40, 50
You're
spots.
probably thinking that you want to put some quarterbacks behind Tua just in case he gets hurt again. You want some insurance.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, especially when you have retirement on your mind as a quarterback already.
Right.
Like
That's so young.
he gets another concussion.
You guys have 10.
He might be done.
He has to be
I know, right?
for his own safety.
That's his 5th. That would be what, his 5th concussion
That yeah.
in the NFL.
In the NFL, I think it would be his 4th.
Fourth, yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of what I
Yep.
assumed.
Yeah.
I mean, his 5th concussion within like 2.5 years, which
Right?
is
And
insane.
yeah.
I think that's my
It's
one
not-
worry
it's not
with
healthy.
Bryce Young being so thin. I think. I mean, I don't mind his height's fine. I mean, Russell Wilson has succeeded in this league being at his height. I think
during
Bryce
that.
Young needs to
So
get
he
a
goes
little
put
bit
up the gun
thicker
on Washington.
in order to
Yes.
survive in this
He
league.
does. He needs
Uh-huh.
to put on some muscle.
Yeah.
Man, the Patriots have so many freaking picks in this.
How tall is Bryce Young?
Andre
He's
Carter, I know a lot of people
5'8",
don't love, but
5'9".
I'll
I
get
think it's
that.
something like that. I think
Oh
you're right,
my
Matt.
god. How tall is Drew
yeah,
Brees?
Skinner,
Is he about 5'9"?
5'10" or 11.
5'10" or 11, I think.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
from Ole Miss, and then Dante Higgins.
My
Do you
Google
think
gave it to
they're
me in
hoping?
meters. So
That's a boomer bust.
Bryce Young is 5'10".
yeah, 5'10".
You think they're hoping that his accuracy,
Their
his
second was the Calvin
his
Ridley.
high grade on that
That's why they don't have
And Drew Brees
intellectual
is 6
test?
foot.
You guys
Okay,
imagine
yeah,
Josh Jacobs
never
and
mind.
these guys. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
So I mean, it's tough. I mean, because you're only small quarterback that's ever truly had any type of success in the NFL is Doug Flutie.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of our last.
Like, and
We welcome in NFL Network. It's
failed
our
out of the
top Sarah
NFL,
Moore.
in the 80s. And it took him going to the Canadian Football League, the CFL, to
right now I have
bring anything.
Those safeties queued up, Brandon Hill, Mark Connor, Kayvon Merriweather.
And then he comes back, with the Bills, and then the Chargers.
So we had a couple people calling
so
to take Max Duggan.
it's tough. It really is tough to tell with a smaller quarterback. Bryce Young could be the outlier.
30. Go take
But-
34-year-old Stetson Bennett.
There we go.
I guess I think
We have any?
I don't hate Stewie Bennett in this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
so.
I don't hate
They're saying that he's coming out as a junior. So is that saying that because of all the COVID stuff, is that saying he was supposed to be a senior coming out, or is he just coming out as a straight
I'm not
junior?
100%
Are you talking
sure.
about Stetson Bennett?
Yeah.
Bro is
They're like,
a
what if we take him in the 7th round?
really.
Would y'all do it? Would y'all
Senior.
use one of our 7th to take Stetson Bennett?
Like, if we were to get if it was to go down the way it is that they did it in this mock draft, and we had 2 7s, I would take a chance on him with one of the 7s.
I was
Like,
thinking that
that's-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whoa.
I agree.
CJ Stroud's coming out as a redshirt
you got
sophomore.
A pretty experienced quarterback.
You are looking for a guy
Who's-
who's
I mean,
gonna
but
be
he's
able to scramble
Georgia's
for touchdowns, has plenty of experience.
powerhouse.
The moment's not going to be too big for him. You're looking for
We
that
got any
cost
comments,
control, your cost control
Paul, on
backup.
YouTube?
No.
Any more comments? No.
No.
In the back half of
How
the
many
game.
viewers do we have?
I do think it's some.
Not many.
The Bills stop cycling.
Okay, that's all right.
It's okay.
I'm sure everybody's on cover one, but it's all good.
Looking for a stop backup quarterbacks, and I do think that we kind of get into that mode at some point here, where we start to draft the cost control backup quarterback. I do think that's in the cards. I don't think it's this season, but I do think that maybe next year we start to see that. We start to add a player like that. Randy, who we got?
Randy's going here. What you got, Randy?
Oh, we got DTR.
Thompson.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's a
Dorian
surprise.
Thompson Robinson. I mean,
It's one of your guys.
if he played a couple good seasons, if his first few seasons at UCLA were better, I think he could be. I don't think he's a 6th round pick. I think he can go in 3rd if his stats were just a little bit more padded or just a little bit more better.
Solid character and everything. So, if he becomes a sub package or a backup or, eventually a starter, it's a bonus. I mean, it's a bonus pick anyway. So
That surprises me. I mean, I didn't realize
Bell, I think,
CJ Stroud's coming out as a redshirt sophomore. I don't know, just feels too early, but I think he's 21, so it seems like a good age to come. I think it's the start of that COVID time that makes him
a
redshirt sophomore.
Here, and I know he's not the biggest guy in the world, but still, at 6'1", 190.
Yeah.
With DeAndre Hopkins away from the Cardinals, other than Zach Pascal, he's your biggest receiver in that room. When you have a room with
Almost
guys like
time.
Hollywood Brown,
Yep.
Yeah, it's almost time for the Bills.
Here we go. Coming up.
Habakkuk Baldonado.
A little bit of size there, Ronnie Bell.
I'm saying we're gonna go safety
Thought you
with
were-
our first.
I didn't
Yeah.
realize you were
I'm
saying
predicting we're
you
gonna
were
go
saying a
safety,
play.
I think.
I didn't realize you were saying an actual player's name.
Yeah. There's a TikTok that the Bills put out, I remember, and it was Steve Tasker and Maddie Gleb, and
Uh-huh.
Maddie was like naming off like different names that
We had a question in the chat.
could be players in this draft, and there were some names that like were just like mumbo jumbo, and you had to guess which one was real or not.
Right. Oh, we got another trade offer.
Oh man.
We rejected it. Thank God.
Oh good.
That means that you're trading down
The
to
Vikings.
We
7.
gotta try to get.
The Vikings want to trade up from 7. We were gonna move to the 6th pick in the 7th round. They would have went to the 1st pick.
Well,
So.
normally a trade reject means that we're sold on a guy. So they're
Yeah.
sold at someone
they are.
at the first pick of the
Did somebody
7th.
already get Thomas Incoom?
I don't know.
I'm a large line.
Wait, do you have any picks left?
We're looking at edge guys now. They got the edge guys on the board here. So
740.
you got Brenton Cox Jr.,
So
Anthony
Hill.
Johnson. Well, now they got. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do
one
here.
more pick here, and then we're up, Kevin. So I'd be between Lonnie Phelps and Brandon Hill.
Lonnie Phelps and Brandon Hill. They're talking about.
I like Phelps
I
a
wouldn't
lot.
take another edge rusher.
Yeah,
No.
Lonnie Phelps here would be a steal, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope they go Lonnie Phelps.
See, we're going for. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Come on, guys.
I
on,
like
Kev.
the Andrews free.
Somebody
we're
pick
going
something.
Lonnie
Oh,
Phelps.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll take Lonnie Phelps.
Thank you. We need another edge.
Brandon.
All right.
Okay, cool.
So the Bills have one more pick after this.
They might go. They might go. Benson here
Aaron talks about that all the time.
with that last pick, maybe.
Stetson.
Stetson, yeah, Stetson. Oh, Bennett.
Stewie
Sorry,
Bennett?
Stewie Bennett. Yeah, Stewie Bennett.
Stewie. Who names their kid Stetson? It's like it sounds like a Nickelodeon name.
I know, right? It must have been a Nickelodeon freak. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Rare insults. Evan Hall.
I can go for a 7 and 7.
Yeah. that sounds
I mean, this is definitely a fun little exercise doing the mock draft. Getting
Oh, yeah.
that. I was glad to see Greg and Kevin running that with the Bills.
Oh,
Oh,
definitely, yeah.
Especially cover one hosting this whole thing, and
It was great.
That would be a nice fit.
Yeah, would be better. I am kind of.
I'm excited for next Saturday personally, because I do like rounds 4 through 7 personally.
Yes.
It goes a lot faster.
Well, that too, but I mean, your first round talent, most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The actual guy you want.
And I say that with a grain of salt, but most of the time, most first round picks are good players in the NFL.
Right.
Some second round players are okay to good players in the NFL. You can find steals in the 3rd round and things like that. My favorite part of the draft is rounds 4 through 7, when there's players out there that can be taken and they were looked past, and then they come in with the chip on their shoulder and they have something to prove.
Right. Matt, so are y'all doing a live show Thursday or no?
It's probably going to be a couple weeks because I got to get graphics and stuff like that done, and everything like that. So I want to make sure everything is taken care of. I want to secure our first guest.
Okay, cool. So you and Patrick, it's gonna be you and Patrick, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Offensive tackle from Oregon.
Like I said, if y'all need a sub, I'm willing to come in.
Yeah,
anytime.
absolutely.
So
I mean,
whenever you guys want me to.
Absolutely, and
to come in. Oh, what's going on here? Oh,
I heard an ooh.
I did too. I heard it like, whoa, somebody said, oh.
I heard an ooh and an ah.
Falcons too. Sadaka Dennis Muhammad Diabadi is like sort of an off-ball guy, and DJ Johnson's more of a pass rushing edge.
So we gotta wait till 41 now.
Yeah.
I think we take the quarterback. Maybe it's either quarterback or safety. I'm gonna say.
I could see them because it's the second to last pick of the draft. I could see them taking. I could see them taking a quarterback.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, this went a lot faster than what Greg thought it was. So
I know, right? It
he
went
was
really
thinking
quick.
about 3 hours, 3:10.
Yeah,
you know,
it went really quick. I like it.
Yeah.
Ivan Pace Jr.
That
went
first
5
round went
well,
like,
you're right, it is.
I was trying to
Had the 12
jot down all the
picks,
first round picks, but I was like, I only got to 9, and like, okay, that's way too fast.
And it went so quick. Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with.
Chris, you had a really nice draft.
But I
I
mean,
guess
that's the thing
everyone knew
on,
what their first round pick was going to be.
once I get the podcast started and stuff like that, the Buffalo Basement podcast, I'm going to start talking about not only Bills and Sabres, but fantasy football and
Yeah.
a little bit of gambling, that type of stuff.
That's good.
So we'll see how that works out and go from there.
That
I
sounds
think it's gonna be
cool.
great. I'm excited for the show.
Really good.
I'm excited to get it started, and I'm going to probably do some YouTube shorts on fantasy football and things like
Okay.
that. So.
So are you gonna go live straight from YouTube, or are you doing
Well, no, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do it exactly how Paul has it right now.
Okay,
So.
cool. Awesome.
Try to reach as many people as you can possibly get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There was a lot of interest in Colton Miller, so I took advantage.
I'm just excited. I'm just excited to get everything off the ground and going, and I'm hoping my I'm not going to tell anybody, but I'm hoping my my first guest comes through. So.
Okay. I'm
Charles G.
praying for you, man. I'm hoping it goes through. I think it's going to be great. Whoever it is, it's going to turn out to be great. So.
Mm-hmm. Now the only thing is, will anybody watch it?
I'm in, so I'll be definitely tuning in.
No, I know.
You're part of our collab, so
is probably dinging his draft.
definitely be tuning in for that show.
His draft stock as well.
So this was a late.
Is Patrick excited to get going with you?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't talked to him much, but I mean,
Okay.
I'll definitely, once it gets closer and stuff like that, I'll kind of fill him in on everything that I'm doing and go from there. I mean, now that we're at the end of this, basically at the end of this draft, I mean, who do you think, DeAndre Hopkins aside, Aaron Rodgers aside, who do you think had the best draft out of any of the 32 teams? Take homerism out of it too. I mean, like, look at it, with that perspective,
Right.
But
I'm really liking what the Raiders have done this draft.
yeah, I really like what the Raiders have done.
I like the Raiders.
I do. I like what the Steelers have done.
Rare Raiders draft W.
The Cowboys just took Malik Cunningham.
I like the Cowboys got a little. Theirs is pretty good.
Cowboys have a freaking steal in these drafts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Cowboys draft that they did.
I do. And I'm not gonna lie, I like what the Bills have done. Is with D-Hop, and then getting Dell. I guess it kind of offsets the Hopkins move, but I think what we did, we addressed a lot of needs for what.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that's the
thing.
thing.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, well, I'm like probably gonna say the same thing. It's just like it's a foundation, It's they're addressing their needs.
Well, and then as far as the wide receiver room, I mean, right now you have 5 receivers. Adding 2 receivers, a DeAndre Hopkins, and a Tank Dell. As much as I'm not the biggest fan of Tank Dell's, it does fill a need because I mean they're not gonna go into the season with 5 receivers.
Right.
They're not they typically carry 6, maybe 7 receivers on the roster on, and they'll sit one of them or 2 of them, on game day.
Yeah.
But
trade for Malik Willis too. So he has Malik.
Do they want to go with 7 though?
I mean, it depends. I mean, it really does depend. I mean, plus you got to remember, you have, the undrafted free agents as well that they can bring in, a couple extra. So if they don't take a Tank Dell, if they, or if they don't get a DeAndre Hopkins and they take a Tank Dell and they take don't take any other receivers, that's 6. You could see them probably signing
And you traded
2,
away
maybe
Jerry
3.
Judy
Mhm.
and J.K.
You know, as UDFAs. You know,
Right.
depending on. You know, one of my favorites is the kid from Florida. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now, but if they can get him to catch with his hands, he
Wait,
I never
is it Justin Shorter?
shorter, yes,
Yeah.
because he's very very much a body catcher.
Where's the
Mhm.
Packers guy?
If they can get him behind a jugs machine and have him start catching with his hands and things like that, he gets open. Like I watched a lot of film on him. He gets open. You know, he finds those soft zones and gets open. It just scares me with the body catching.
Yeah.
And that's why he's not a higher pick.
They
Right.
ended up doing the trade for Aaron
And
Rodgers.
I like what the NFC South is doing in their draft.
Yeah.
I like the Saints.
Darnell
Like the Saints
Wright,
board. I also
Darnell
like
Wright,
the
Keon White,
I also like the Panthers board.
Jonathan Mingo,
Panthers board's
Right.
pretty nice. I would say that those teams in the NFC South really are
I
interesting
kind of like what
to
the
look at.
Packers did as well. Getting Darnell Wright, Keon White, the defensive lineman for Georgia Tech. They got Mingo and Michael Wilson.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some weapons. For,
Yeah.
Oh,
They
wow,
do it
yeah.
for Jordan
They
Love.
got
Yeah.
some weapons for Jordan Love. I kind of like what they did. They did that for, Rodgers. But,
I mean, if the Jets board falls like it did for me, like I would be perfectly fine with those the first two the two first round or the first and second round picks.
yeah, for the Jets.
You know,
yeah.
I mean, Osiris Torrance
Yeah.
should be a top 20 pick.
Oh, he should be.
100%. Yeah.
You know, and then JSN to pair
Falling
him,
all-
you know,
yeah.
to give, you know, they missed out on
That's
OBJ
scary.
to give Aaron Rodgers that other weapon.
Right.
Oh,
You know,
God.
Oh man, they took Matt Landers.
Oh, wow.
Chiefs.
Okay.
What do we got?
Bumper
12
pool.
picks, 13 picks left.
Yeah.
Got bumper.
Yep.
I think somebody should take Bumper Pool.
Bumper pool. That's
It is a great
What a
cool
name.
How would you like to have bumper pool on our
There's some
team?
interesting.
Mhm.
I think more draft aside, there's some interesting names coming out of this draft.
Yeah.
Watch out for Kool-Aid next year. There's a guy
Ah.
named Kool-Aid.
Oh, nice.
From
Yeah.
where?
One more time. Yeah, please give us a like. Press the like.
I don't remember.
Thanks a lot. Make sure you press that like button and leave us a comment afterwards.
You know, I know we're getting this winding down and stuff like that, and we're going to talk for a few more minutes and everything. But I do want to thank Greg for putting this all together,
Yeah.
for putting the
I
Moc
agree.
Draft together.
Yeah,
Thank
cover
definitely.
one,
Greg, yeah.
cover
Great
one
job,
hosting
Greg.
everything, and great job to them. I know they're still talking in the background and stuff like that, but he does a real good job on his shows Friday nights, 8 o'clock on the Cover One Network. The Greg Thompson sports show. So I try and catch it every week. So he does a great job. He fills us all in with his specialty of the cap. So he does a real nice job there, and I just appreciate being able to be a part of this, be a part of this with you guys, with them to do the mock draft, and yeah, I mean I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. I
Appreciate
mean,
it.
I also appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, man, for coming on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we have some awesome
Kool-Aid
coverage from
McKinstry, corner from Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Next year. Watch out for him.
I gotta watch some Alabama games to see
Yeah.
how I like them.
Future Bill.
I mean, it kind of fits him. You said he's from Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crimson Tide. I'm surprised
Right.
he hasn't ran through a wall right now. Oh yeah.
What's on the Kool-Aid topic? Why not? What's your favorite flavor of Kool-Aid if you had it?
Blue raspberry.
Hanging out for the Bandits game.
I'm more of a
The blue
cherry.
blue
I
raspberry.
only think of red Kool-Aid. Grape Kool-Aid? I don't know.
Introduce Anthony Prohaska.
I know it's
I'm a
not
big,
draft
big
related, but why not?
blue raspberry lemonade is my favorite.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so Russ Brandon.
This?
We actually
I recommend.
wanted, Chris was negotiating
San Pellegrino. Italian sparkling water.
a watchable
Okay.
party.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So recommendation, not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
We couldn't get done.
Maybe by
You know,
next
we
year we'll
were
be able to do that.
we were supposed to get that movie. That movie was supposed to be about
Buffalo, yeah.
Why not draft a punter at the for the second last pick?
That would make me mad.
You know, it's kind of like a.
We need a team that's even bigger of a pair of
I don't know how to describe it, but it's kind of like something that I've always wanted to see the Bills do is have the last pick of the draft
I want
and
Mr.
take
Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah,
Yes.
tournament. Yeah, that would be
Someone-
so cool.
Someone text Kevin really quick. Tell him to trade down. So you see who
Trade down.
Mr.
That would be so cool.
See who he would take for Mr. Irrelevant.
Generic Prince.
Okay.
Hey, who knows? Who knows that Mr. Irrelevant could be still just like Brock Purdy.
We tried to trade him.
Max Duggan.
Running back, right?
Wow, they went Duggan.
No, we tried. Oh, is that what we tried to?
Yeah.
Oh, they found their Mac Jones replacement.
I like Dougie.
I do too. I mean, his character fits the
Do
Bill
you think
system
we're gonna
perfectly.
take Stewie,
Stenson.
or was he already
Stewie?
taken?
Well, Jennings, he's Cleveland royalty. Clearly.
I don't know
I
if he
think-
was taken or not.
I
Oh, the
think
Bills are on the clock.
Wait, hold on, I'm on the spot.
Stenson Bennett, or
It was,
the highest paid, or the next greatest punter of all time.
Wasn't I thought Micah Baskerville was in last year's draft? I could have sworn. I could have freaking sworn that he was. I might be thinking of a I don't know.
I like Brandon Hill.
Brandon Hill go. I think we're going Brandon Hill here, y'all.
I don't know what it
Really?
is, but
Yeah.
PFF's Bills roster is
Let's
not updated.
go.
Okay.
They don't have Sam Martin as our punter. They still have Matt Rice as their punter on PFL.
Weird.
Oh my god.
I know.
So
They're just trying to troll us.
It's been like that since they had them
Going to
out.
the Texans.
they couldn't finish the game because the teams wouldn't stop fighting. Like it went on for like 10 minutes. That was crazy.
So Stetson went on undrafted.
No.
I think
He's the next starter in Houston. Oh wait, they have CJ Shaw. Whoopsies. Totally
Go
forgot.
around the clock here. Just kind of getting some final thoughts from everybody. Oh wait, let's see who missed.
Oh, Penn State. Mitchell Tinsley from Penn State, the receiver.
So the fact that we wrapped this up in 2 hours and 20 minutes. Hey, moral.
That completes it.
Yes.
That was a record for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
seven rounds in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty good. I mean, everybody was on point. No issues in the mock draft. Walk on.
Yeah, I mean, I
what is
like
it called?
what
Walk on.
happened for Denver. I think it all hinges on
We know what you mean.
Walk the
Yeah.
mock. Walk
being
the
able to
mock
put it all
is,
together.
you know,
Great.
it's amazing. I can't wait to see what they do in the future with their site as well.
Other than that,
Yeah.
you guys
They need
You know,
to address. They need to address player trades.
this week.
Right,
Yes,
right.
they do. They absolutely do.
I think it would make it so much better.
Chris, you got a nice
Mhm.
list going.
Absolutely. So, you know, in final thoughts, does anybody have any final thoughts on anything? You know, draft, what may happen in the next couple days, in the next week?
I think they kind of hit one through 5 pretty well. I think Young, Stroud, Wilson, Richardson, Anderson seems like a good solid top 5. I think Jalen Carter can slip into the top 5 as well. I think they got about the top 8 right. I mean, I don't think Bijan goes to that early. I think he falls a little to the top 15,
Right.
just because not many people value running backs as much anymore. But obviously, Bijan is a different character. He's just a different player. Maybe he does go to the Atlanta Falcons, but I feel like he goes maybe
Yeah,
9,
that's really
10.
the thing is with Bijan is you know, as good of a running back as he is, Atlanta has so many other needs,
Right.
you know, that they should be focusing on with that high of a pick. You know, I personally do see him going, you know, falling a couple more spots to 10 to the Eagles. I really think the Eagles take him.
Right.
10.
It would have been kind
Makes me
of
sick,
if I
honestly.
Yeah.
And if he does fall, I do see the next spot that he would be taken unless somebody comes up and gets him would be, even though they do have a plethora of running backs, is Detroit.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
They really, I mean, in Detroit doesn't, I mean, even though they have so many running backs, they don't really have a really good running back. Like David Montgomery's I would say he's a pretty solid running back, but he doesn't fill the role that I guess you could say is an every round running back. They got Swift. I mean, I think he's pretty good, but I don't know if he's the guy that they 100% want or fits kind of the role they want him to play.
How bad Arizona's roster is.
Right.
Tommy, your final thoughts on anything?
I was shocked that JSN fell all the way he did. I think he's going to go a little earlier than the Jets.
I would definitely agree. I think he's go probably top 10.
I think top 10. Yeah, I was a little stunned that he fell in this one, but yeah, that's my biggest takeaway was JSN falling, and then I could still see Addison falling a little further as well down the board.
I could too, and I was surprised with what I was surprised with is the early taking of tackles and offensive linemen, and why because I shouldn't have had a chance at 13 to take the best receiver in the draft.
Right? Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like
that's a steal.
You got him.
You got him.
So I mean, it really comes down to who these GMs have on their boards at their highest level. So we'll see what happens on Thursday for the first round. I know that Cover One's going to be doing a lot of coverage as well for them. So I'm just trying to give them a shout out because they included myself in this, and anything we can do to push Bills content. Because there's never not enough talking about the Bills. I mean that's really what it comes down to. So, final thoughts, Jenna?
I feel pretty good about it.
No, I don't think I have any.
Okay. No, it was great to join you guys, and I mean, I do want to say join the Underovers podcast on Mondays at what time? 6:30.
We're at 6:30. 6:30 Mondays.
And the Buffalo Basement podcast will start getting going soon. You'll see tweets on that, and we can talk some more Bills. We can definitely collab some more. And, again, thank you to Cover One. Thank you to Greg Tomset for putting this all together. And, have a wonderful night, guys.
You too.
You as well.
Have a great night.
Have a good night. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.